sing. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. Look, I don't need to be an attorney to tell you that distracted driving is bad, right? Attorney Mo DeWitt sees the aftermath every day, and that's pretty awful. So do me a favor. Keep your eyes on the road, keep your hands on the wheel, and keep it right here on Real Radio. If you're injured on the go, just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Orlando, the storm has arrived, and now it's time to turn up the intensity. This Saturday, April 4th at 8 p.m., your Orlando Storm are back at Inter & Co Stadium for Game 2, and the energy is only getting stronger. Get your tickets now at uflstorm.com and be there when the storm strikes again.
Powerful doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. So the moment Total Wireless offers a free Samsung S25 FE with Galaxy AI, when you switch to Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan, you take the network as powerful as you, with unlimited 5G data that won't slow you down. Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited 3-month plan or higher. External port-in and ID verification. Available only in Total Wireless stores. Limit to 4 devices per account.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thankfully, Central Florida's warm weather is returning, and if you're expecting higher energy bills, don't worry, because Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows can make a real difference. Why? Because they're engineered for our climate. They help reduce heat transfer, block UV rays, and keep your home more comfortable year-round. And right now, during their 31-day spring savings event, when you buy 2 replacement windows or doors, you'll get the third 60% off. It's one of the easiest ways to upgrade comfort, protection, and energy efficiency in a single project. Many homeowners notice a difference immediately. Quieter rooms, fewer drafts, and AC systems that don't have to work as hard. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months, starting your project has never been easier. Here's what Julie had to say about Renewal by Andersen. Wonderful job as expected. The best ever. Thanks, guys. I love my windows. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 407-917-0100. That's 407-917-0100.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lies flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Orlando.
Calling all undergraduate students. What would you build for America's future? An app that simplifies student budgeting? A clean energy prototype built in a dorm room? Ideas like these could earn college entrepreneurs $25,000 in grant funding through a new national startup competition from America's Startup. America's Startup provides a national platform for students whose ideas could help shape the next 250 years of America. Submit your idea now at america250.org. No purchase necessary. See official rules at america250.org.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended.
It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Seelane.
It is Tuesday, March 31st, 2026. Lots to get to today. From Charlie Kirk bullet trauma to the Army investigates choppers at Kid Rock's house and wild new details on the Tiger Woods DUI crash, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, Seelane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right in the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday. I got a little spooky with it that time. I don't know why, but yeah, don't be spooky. Share the show, everybody. Tell somebody about this show.
Or be
Tell
a
somebody
dookie.
about this radio station. Tell somebody about you listening to the program and spread the word with a link, a like, or whatever it is you want to do to share the show or to Share the Show Tuesday. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Good. How are you?
Tired. I'm tired this morning.
I am very tired.
I'll get into why I'm tired this morning in just a second here. I've got some clips from, well, I got a clip to play from you from last night, about 3:30-ish in the morning.
Is it appropriate?
Slightly inappropriate, but still worthy of the show, I think. So we'll see how all of that goes. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to Disneyland Paris, everybody.
Oh, boy.
That's right. Managed to stay off of an airplane for a couple of seconds here. We're starting off at a theme park. Yes, probably very early in the show. You're right, Seelane. Very early in the show for these kind of proclamations. But here we are. Nothing excites me more than this. And it's not just a theme park thing. I love theme parks. Theme parks are great. Everybody should love them.
You love Disney.
Not just that. I love when I see something happen at a theme park that kids aren't supposed to see.
Oh, involving like characters or something?
Yeah, I love when something breaks the magic a little bit. Like, let's say one of the people, this is a beautiful scenario in the worst kind of way. Let's say one of the people has their like character's head on and the whole costume on, and they start getting sick, and they got to pop the head off, and they're puking all over the place, and little kids are watching like, oh my God! Love that. Love it.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. And
I feel like I did that for me.
Never get to see that.
Oh God, you're
haven't
missing
lived.
out, man. Yeah, you really. I'll show you this then, Seelane. This will bring you into that world a little bit. There was a moment that kids weren't supposed to see in Disneyland Paris, and they were trying out. You guys know who Olaf is? Anybody know who Olaf?
Frozen.
Yeah, the snowman guy,
that's
right?
He's the "Do you want to build a snowman?" or however that song goes. Not like that.
I don't think the snowman sings about wanting to build a snowman.
You want to build another
The song
person
comes
like me?
before the snowman.
Do you think it's possible that the snowman just wants people to touch him?
Do
And
you
he's like,
want to
"Hey,
build a me?
Here's a carrot. Come on, come
Make
on
me bigger,
over
make
here."
me bigger, yeah.
I'm glad you talked over that, because that was a clip I didn't want to hear again. Here's a carrot. Come over here. All right, here we go. Here's Olaf at Disneyland Paris. Olaf, the snowman from the movie Frozen, as Seelane correctly guessed, is being rolled out. He's this crazy little robot. So cool looking, and kids are wowed by it.
I have seen this. It's very interesting. Like, its
kids love it.
Face is moving, right? Doesn't it have,
it's
like,
animatronic.
eyebrows?
And like they roll it in. Kids are like, "Oh my God, that's the real one." Here it is. Ready? All right, hang on. Let me bring this over here. Here comes Olaf.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Olaf
the snowman. He's sitting there in front of the kids, and I've never heard of this happening before. His batteries died.
What?
Oh.
So when the little animatronics
The sun came out.
I wonder if they cover it up that way. Oh no,
He's melting and dying.
He comes out, this little snowman robot in the Frozen land, and he looks adorable with his little stick arms and his carrot nose. And then the unthinkable happens. He runs out of batteries. And I guess when they run out of batteries, it's just kaput. They just fall over. And the kids are like, what's going on? So he's moving around, and then he dies, and his nose falls off.
We've got a problem.
And they have to, like, gather around and, like, piece him back together. And the kid, they can't freak out, you know, or break character, because the kids will know immediately something has gone wrong.
He's taking a nap.
They're trying to put the nose back on him and set him back up.
It seems Olaf has grown quite tired.
Yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go, kids.
Olaf looks like he's being Baker acted.
One of the kids in the background is like, what's happening? Like,
okay, I don't want to tell you how to do animatronics, but when it comes to other stuff, you know, when we have live events, we have equipment that needs batteries. Mm-hmm. We double check that they are charged and that we got backup. What happened?
Not at Disneyland Paris. No,
okay.
No, Disneyland Paris, minimal effort. They put in the least that they can. And then that's when you get the robot just dying in front of all the little kids who are like, oh, my God. Known Badger on Twitch says he must have a gyroscope in there, and that's why he fell over. I think he died because they had to, like, pick him up like a body. And as the kids were looking, they had to take the snowman out of there and, like almost on a
We need
stretcher.
another snowman.
Yeah, please. Bring another one out right now, please. So kids traumatized all around. I have a secondary clip for you if that didn't land with you, just in case. I want to give this guy a little bit of love here on the show. And his name is Joe. I'm going to try to get your last name right, Joe. Joe Giancinto? Giancinto. Joe Giancinto is what I'm going to call him. And Joe Giancinto is yet another standout moment at these baseball games as the season has kicked off. I've never heard of this guy before, but I kind of dig him. I dig him a little bit. He is both blind and autistic. Right? But
I've seen him before.
Very focused on the clarinet. You know, some of these autistic people are superheroes in whatever they get hooked onto. Watch out. You find an autistic kid that starts coding, oh, my God, back up. It's like hackers. You know, the Matrix code lines are coming by. Autism is a superpower if you unlock it. And he decided, is this a flute, Sealand, or a clarinet? Or
the tweet that you pulled us up from said clarinet.
Did it? Yeah, it's a clarinet phenom is what they call this guy. He's blind, he's autistic, and he's doing the national anthem. It's different, right? Yeah. Now, at this point, I was like, I don't know. Am I going to get bored? It's not enough.
I'm getting a little bored.
There's not enough, like, roundness to it. It needs a little more pop. And I said, they gotta do something else because it's beautiful, but what can you do? Oh, all right. Oh, a little flare. Oh. He's obviously very talented, right?
Yeah.
Fireworks!
They clear that with his parents that fireworks wouldn't be a total problem for this?
I mean, he seems to be in the zone. I thought the same thing, though. You know, stadiums offer sensory bags now. That's not a joke. It's for real. And he's just in that clarinet zone, it seems.
I think that they cleared this with him. All right, he's got his
have to. It would be
in.
super embarrassing for everybody involved.
He just throws it across the field.
I'm done.
No, he must have known because he's still rocking right through. All right, bring it home, kid. Ooh. Here you go, Joe.
Oh, my.
Crowd's starting to come alive.
All right.
That's a high note.
All right.
There they go. fireworks,
cleared that with him, too?
flyover, all the stuff. Kevin on YouTube said, what if he fell right over like Olaf when the fireworks went off?
And they had to carry him out with his arms straight out.
Pretty cool. Love it. Shout out to you, Joe G. There you go, man. Do your thing. Love when people really lock into something and perform it on such a high level like that. And I salute you, friend, on a Share the Show Tuesday. All right, we've got a lot of emails, dispatches, all of that good stuff coming in. We got to talk about space, baby. We got to talk about Artemis 2. They're going to the moon, man. They're going to look at it. They're going to fling around the moon. They're going to, I don't know. I'm sure they are going to do something to occupy their time while they're up there.
Selfies.
Because let's get real here. Even if you are in space in a little spacecraft, what did Amy tell us yesterday? This is going to take 10 days total all the way?
Yeah,
something
it's
like that.
4 days there. Then they're going to do the whole dark side of the moon stuff, 4-day trip back.
Where
and
they
then,
definitely are going to listen to Pink Floyd.
Yeah, they're going to go around the moon and back, and it's going to be 10 days. At some point, even though you're in space in a capsule, 10 days in, I think that you're going to get bored. So I want to know a couple of things. One thing I want to know is, did they all get to bring anything for those bored moments?
Okay,
like a Game Boy.
We found out recently, I thought, that for whatever reason, I don't know why this had not happened before, but the iPhone 17 may have been the first iPhone cleared for spaceflight by NASA.
Oh, so they could bring it up there and play some games, some apps, and those kind of things.
I don't know that they're going to have internet connectivity, so they might need to download some stuff that
they must have a laptop, right? They must have a
internets.
Yeah, they
talk to the home base.
They have satellite internet. They can access internet to some extent. I don't
the
know
satellites are all pointed at Earth, guys.
Can they play 5 minutes at Epstein's from
if
space?
If you download ahead of time, let's send them a couple downloaded shows.
Yeah, we'll give them a podcast or two to go up there. They're gonna need quite a few to get all the way to the moon and back. We're going to talk about some of the things going on with this mission. Also, a very weird thing happening to TSA officers. I'll explain what's going on there. And perhaps most importantly, last night at about 3:30-ish in the morning, all hell broke loose for me for a minute or two, and I have some of the audio to bring you into my moment. This has happened to me one other time, but it seems like the world is calling to me in a very particular way. I've got the audio for you. I'll tell you what happened last night at 3 o'clock, 3:30. We'll also talk about Artemis. We'll talk about all this other stuff on a very busy show, and that's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney.
Hello. It's a Share the Show Tuesday. Welcome behind the scenes. Can you do me a favor? My name is Sean. Nice to meet you. The News Junkie. Can you hit that like button on a Share the Show Tuesday? Can you just take a second on YouTube and click that like button? Click it if you would. Please. If you don't mind. And I'll tell you what happened at 3:30 a.m. at my house last night. I have some video. Kind of hesitant to show you the video. Because it was 3:30 a.m. Not exactly dressed. You know what I mean? Security system footage from my house. I'm not exactly dressed. It's 3:30 a.m. I'm a little hesitant to share this with you, but I guess I will. By the way, thank you to everybody on TNJ Chat 2.0. And by the way, you can go over and chat at any time when the show's not live, whatever. Be part of the community at chat, C-H-A-T, chat.thenewsjunkie.com. And I'm in the process of turning the chat from a pretty basic thing on the back end to a WebSocket connection on what's called a Go server, which is a big, robust solution like, say, Twitch chat or YouTube chat. Not just a database where you're putting in entries or whatever that are popping up as a chat. It's a huge behind-the-scenes change, which if I can get it done, praise be to Allah, will be really big for chat moving forward. but there are a little bit of growing pains in the meantime, and it's all very intensive and takes some time. So thank you for your patience. That's why we're in beta. Check it out, chat.thenewsjunkie.com. A couple of things don't work over there, but most things do. How do you spell chat? C-H-A-T. C-H-A-T. It's Tuesday. It's early. Give me a break. 2 minutes and we're back live. I want to ask you this. Artemis 2, NASA. Let's get a vibe on this, chat. Do you care at all about this moon mission? Do you care at all, yes or no? Let me know where you're at on this one. Do you care or no? If things change, will we keep our star points? They should be fine, yeah. They should be fine, hopefully. Hey, big nerd. Tanya says yes. Arnott says yes, so excited. Lorena says no. Lorena doesn't care. Lorena doesn't care. Florida Scratcher says 1 out of 10 care. Mel Bell says meh. A little? No? I mean, there's like 25% of you who are in the no camp. For those of you who don't care about NASA going to the moon, just for the amazing 8,000K footage we're going to get, isn't that pretty cool? Don't you want to see that? The whole thing will be live streamed. That's crazy. That's crazy by itself. You're not interested? Tell me why. Why are you not interested? We're going to get into this in just a moment here. I'll see if I can get you interested. Here we go.
89 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-345-2789.
10-10 shots fired, City Hall building.
How could this have happened in City Hall? Somebody tell me that.
A shocking public murder.
This is one of the most dramatic events that really ever happened in New York City politics.
I scream, get down, those are shots.
A tragedy that's now forgotten. And a mystery
that may or may not have been political, that may have been about sex.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Rorschach, Murder at City Hall, and listen now.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is...
Are you kidding me? I'll tell you what happened. I'll play the audio for you in just a moment here on the show. I'm hesitant to play this. I'll explain why, but I will play it here in just a moment on the show. Welcome back on a Share the Show Tuesday here. I see the weirdest kind of hate out there. And it's not a lot of people, so I don't want to amplify it too much, but there's the weirdest kind of hate that I see right now where about 25%, and I just checked this in our chat on YouTube and Twitch and of course, TNJ chat. And it was about the same. It was right around there. About 25% of people seem to hate NASA and the space stuff and astronauts and all of these things. And so I go, like, ahead of Artemis 2, when we're going back to the moon, we're going to round the moon. These astronauts are going up for 10 days. Who cares / doesn't care? And I'm telling you, like 25% of people are like, I don't care. I hate space. I hate the space program. And it really perplexes me a little bit because I think it's so impressive.
Oh, my gosh.
I think it blows me away still that we can do all these things. I don't care if we did them in the 50s or the 60s or whatever. I still think that is just a fundamentally impressive thing.
It's fascinating. And I can understand maybe if people are like, okay, I'll give it a watch, but I'm not going to lose sleep or get so excited over it. The hate part, I want to ask why. Like, who hurt you?
Or what did space do to you?
What movie did you watch, or what conspiracy theory YouTube channel do you subscribe to?
And I hate to say this because some of these people are fans of the show. I don't wish violence on all of you, but some of you who are the most anti-astronaut, I almost wish Buzz Aldrin would give you one of those little punches he does every once in a while.
I don't think it would hurt that bad.
Oh, God. When Buzz Aldrin one time, guys walking by him, and he's like, we never landed on the moon. We never landed on the moon, Buzz. And Buzz Aldrin just decks the guy, just hits him. And I thought to myself in that moment, I said, of all of the justified hits, human to human, in existence, the guy who gets on a man-made spacecraft, launches himself way up into space on a rocket, not knowing if he'll come back dead or alive. In fact, assuming that it's maybe the most dangerous thing any other human born has done. On the tip of that rocket, pulling unthinkable G's, goes out of orbit and into what we call the great beyond in outer space. Then goes all the way over to our nearest pal, the moon. And when they get there, they have to hope that the device that they've arrived on, made by humans with pretty rudimentary technology, would allow them to then land on the surface of the moon. They didn't know what was going to happen then.
Then they got that awesome video.
They land on the moon. They do all of this stuff. You're hopping around. You're out there for a long time. You're riding around vehicles. You do all these things. And then you go, I don't even know if we'll make it back, but it was worth it because I stood feet on the moon and I looked back at planet Earth. And then you got back in the ship and you made it all the way back on the journey that you didn't think you'd be able to do. And people stood up and they clapped and they went nuts. And it's just so amazing. And imagine doing all of that and then one person walking by and being like, hey, you didn't really land on the moon. I would punch that person too. You know, I would be okay with hitting that person. I would be fine with that.
But I would
person
run up to him like I'm still on the moon, like very slowly.
I would be fine with punching that person in the face as we get closer and closer to launch day. Some of you people are like, this launch is boring by comparison.
What are you talking about? It's a big old rocket.
You're miserable. You're miserable. Just enjoy your life a little bit. Look at the fantastical things that are happening around us. Ask yourself this question. I mean this with all of my heart and all of my throat this morning. I mean this. Ask yourself the question, why are you so miserable? Enjoy some exciting things. This is pretty exciting, I think. But if you're a hater, if you're a NASA hater, you don't care about this at all, I would like to hear from you. You could be anonymous if you want, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Yeah. Or, of course, record a dispatch. Now, if you're on the other side of this and you want to give a shout out to the people who put their lives on the line for this kind of stuff, and you do think it's cool, record a dispatch over on thenewsjunkie.com to combat these idiots. Fight back a little bit, okay?
That's what stresses me out the most, and I didn't realize how much is at stake as far as lives go. Like, there is a good percentage that something goes wrong.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're like spending time with their families with the thought that perhaps
this
they
might
don't
be
come
crazy,
back.
but I'm pretty sure if you looked at it by the amount of people who have participated and the amount of people have died, it must literally be one of the most dangerous things in the world you can do.
Sort of like president.
Yeah, you're right. President might be more dangerous, actually. President of the United States of America.
Didn't we have it today? I learned that was considered like one of the number one most dangerous jobs if just done by the numbers.
On account of the shooting, you know?
Well, on account of the shooting and on account of only 40-something people, if that, have done it.
Somebody says, I'd be a little more excited if there was a race going on. So if Iran ain't never going to make it, so that doesn't matter. if China was right now also headed to the moon again, and we were trying to get there like faster than them, then you would come on. It's I want to hear from you. I think it's pretty cool. But the launch is happening. Strangely enough, it's supposed to go down on April Fool's Day, tomorrow on the show. Never know what's going to happen on an April Fool's Day show around here, but that's one of the things that's scheduled. We'll see if Artemis 2 is able to launch with these astronauts and zoom itself up. There are, and I kid you not with this headline, hang on, let me bring this up in front of me for some visual proof for the folks who are watching right now. I guess hundreds of thousands of people have gone to the Space Coast in Florida who are ready to watch the launch. Hundreds of thousands of people, it says.
Already there. I think one of the closer spots already completely booked up, whether it's with cars or all the surrounding hotels.
Yeah. It says from Fox 35, some popular launch spots are already sold out. Beachside hotels are booking up. It could be 6:24 p.m. on Wednesday. That's one of the first windows for NASA to send these 4 astronauts on a journey around the moon, reaching a vantage point never before been seen by humans, folks. So record-breaking visitors, hundreds of thousands of people coming out to watch. Well, imagine being that person. You know who you are. You already typed it in chat. Imagine being that person like, it's not really
Big
impressive.
Whoop.
Big whoop. Why anybody could do it. You know what it is? I think some of you just hate America. I think some of you just hate the United States of America, because how else could you not be proud of a moment like this? Also, they're bringing a Canadian with us, too. So, sorry. Be happy for that guy, at least. I want to see what you have to say. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. As hundreds of thousands of people wait for this historic launch. Last night, I almost launched right out of myself. Because, first of all, I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning, I think. About 3 o'clock in the morning, I can't sleep, and I'm staring at the fan. I do this for maybe an hour or so a lot of nights. Just stare at the fan, bung, 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 bung. And Lady is sleeping in the bed, and Lady wakes up, and Lady wants to go out. And I go, oh, God, here we go. Try not to wake up Courtney. Courtney's kind of waking up. It's about 3:30 in the morning, and Lady wants to go out. And I go, all right, this should be easy enough. I'll just open the door. I'll let Lady out in the backyard. She can use the bathroom, do whatever she's got to do out there, And not that dogs actually use bathrooms. You get the point. But she could go out there and do what she has to do. I realized immediately upon opening the door to the backyard that this was not going to go well. Because as I opened the door to the bedroom to let the dog outside, I see an animal about 4 feet from the door.
Oh, my.
Right? I see an animal about 4 feet from the door, and it's sitting there, and it's surprised to see me, and I'm surprised to see it. And the only animal who's not surprised is Lady, who goes 850 miles an hour out that door to try to kill this thing.
Protecting Papa.
And sends me out there. I'm barely dressed. That's why I hesitate to play this video. And I go out. Let's see if you can hear this. All right, here's the moment. You'll hear me just letting her out. All right.
Jesus, Sean, are you naked?
I'm not naked.
Well, it looks like you're naked.
I'm not naked. I told you I wasn't naked. This is the moment after I had to run back there.
Wait, you could barely see Lady run.
She is like a streak of white on the screen, all right? Just, and she's chasing this possum that is the size of like a Jackson, like the size of C Lane's son. It's the biggest possum I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's sitting out there, and it is hauling ass because Lady is on its tail. Now Lady is trying to jump and eat the possum. The possum is pinned in the backyard. Oh. And I'm like, Lady's fighting the possum. I hear like an...
Oh, she got a hold of it.
She got it in the corner, and then it popped out and went to get up the tree, and that she's trying to get it. And Lady's covered in mud and stuff from the plants, and it's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm out there. I'm just not expecting any of this. Oh, you could see, right there at the beginning, you could see this thing haul ass right by the pool. Here's the character right here.
Wait, that's the possum? I thought that was Lady.
No,
that's Lady. That's Lady running. Actually, yeah,
it's so quick.
Lady is just like a ghost on the screen. You just see her right here. And I try to chase after her. I'm like rubbing the sleep out of my eyes.
Like.
I don't want to scream too loud for the neighbors. And then I'm out here. I'm like, what in God's name do I even do out in the backyard? And I realized this is probably the end of the rainbow for me. Because if you recall, many years ago on the show, I had a very different moment outside my house.
I just pulled it up.
I had a very different moment. I'll bring it to you. where years ago I was so excited because outside of my house, I encountered a possum. It was a baby possum outside the house. It's probably this one.
Remember you cursing this, right?
No, I don't think I did. Did I? Did I? Stay by the dump button, if that's true.
Oh my God, that's a baby possum.
Yeah, it's a baby possum underneath the bushes. Do I curse after that? Because I've stopped the clip.
I pulled the audio and I could see I bleeped you somewhere.
Okay.
You want me to
play
keep
the whole thing. Let me see what else I said.
No problem.
Because I walked out.
That's a baby possum.
Wait for it.
Oh, I was scared.
Why are you so scared of it?
You freaked out.
Okay, yeah, I scared the S out of me. Yeah. So that was the possum in the bushes. Now it's in the backyard terrorizing me.
Do you think it's the same possum?
Great question.
I don't know if it is. I have no idea, but in my brain, I might make it the same thing.
It just wants to love you and be in the house and be part of the family. Can you imagine if it survived this long?
It looked like Tony Soprano in the later seasons of the show. When I stumbled upon this possum, he looked like Tony Soprano in his robe with like his belly sticking out. This thing had a big belly sticking out.
Wait, are you talking about the possum or?
The moment the possum's like sitting there with a big old tummy sticking out, and then it looks at me with like a one like weird jagged tooth hanging out its mouth. And I run outside and I go, oh my God. We couldn't get Lady back in the house for like 30 or 45 minutes.
Did she kill it?
She didn't kill it. It somehow got back to the tree, went up the tree, and then did a leap for life.
You didn't just pick Lady up?
I couldn't get her, Sealand. And she's in the backyard.
She was in dog mode, ready to rip.
She was going crazy. She jumps. The possum is on the tree, and it jumps from the tree to the top of the fence and like somehow lands on the top of the fence.
Oh my God, that's a baby possum.
Gets its way out of there. Oh my God, I have to get rid of this thing. I told you before that this thing was in my backyard. I cut down a tree, a little like a plant, I guess, and it went away. This son of a bitch is back. Somebody says possums are adorable. I don't want this one in my backyard. The dog hates it. It's ruining my sleep, for God's sake. I can't take much more, but to the trappers who emailed me, tell me, is this just going to keep happening? Do I have any shot at all to try to win this war or what? Should I just embrace it? Let's see, over on YouTube. One of my employees, this person says, is convinced we never went to the moon. Well, just tell them they're dumb. We don't bully people enough for dumb opinions anymore. When somebody goes, we never went to the moon. Actually, we never went. Boo! Just start booing them. We don't boo people enough for really, really, really stupid opinions. All right, because that's a dumb one.
What do they need as proof this time around?
To be taken to the moon.
Nothing well, because we talked about this, and it's such a interesting one. Before, you would have said, well, it would have been really hard to fake us going on the moon, but they said Hollywood did it on a stage and stuff. And now they say, well, it's so easy for them to fake all of this because of AI. So, like, we don't even have the ability to go, well, now you can see it in 4K. They don't just believe things like that anymore. I don't know. They didn't believe it then, some of them. Who cares?
You know what?
Boo them.
Whatever. Exactly. Mm-hmm. If they don't want to believe it and they want to stress out and live their life that way, then to hell with them or to space with them.
I think it's one of those things where there's like 5 people who do this, and it's mostly for attention, and nobody actually believes it, so just boo them. I mean, the next time your employee's like, we didn't actually go to space, just boo!
Or fire them.
Fire them on the spot.
The only thing I could think of that, would be definite proof, I would say, is to land on the light side of the moon and get some really big fireworks, and just shoot them off. Like, tell everybody, look at
AI. That's AI.
Look at the moon at this time with your own naked eyes, with a telescope, with something you trust. We're going to shoot the firework, and still there'll be people that don't believe it.
And out come the dodos. David says, Sean's so gullible, spelled my name wrong. Kevin says, trust the government, ? I trust the astronauts. I trust that these folks are super talented. I dig them, and I support them. We'll see what you think, though. Haters of NASA will take those dispatches. Supporters alike. We'll see how it shakes out in the end. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and record your dispatch right now. When we return, I'll talk about that really awkward moment for TSA agents as they are going back to work. You won't believe this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends. Classic.
Hello, Skull Mic activated. Welcome behind the scenes. I will tell you, they're very persistent out there. Now, here's what I've done. Can you see what's going on? Can you see up there the sound? The sound padding? What you can't see is the reason any noise escapes in there at all is on the back wall, there's nothing on top. Right? So, what I'm doing is getting a bunch of sound panels and probably a sheet of like plywood to lay on top there and put the sound panels on it. And it should completely seal that sound out. But as you can see, I don't even have it halfway done yet. So it's still eking its way into my studio. Hit that like button on YouTube. Pretty sure fireworks needs oxygen like most things? Probably true. Yeah, definitely true. Maybe some of the dry fireworks, the drier works. Maybe you can do that. That possum was big and he did what possums do? I mean, that possum was just sitting there like this. I walk out, it was as if he was smoking a cigarette, just sitting there like, what do you want? And then he saw my eyes, I saw his eyes, and lady didn't hesitate. She out that door 100 miles an hour, that dog. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, what if she gets a hold of the possum? What's she gonna do? She's sort of territorial about her backyard. You know, she's not territorial about anything in the world except for like, this is her backyard. And I was like, she's gonna like eat this thing and get like a disease from it. Oh. Back live in just a couple of minutes. At least we have another excuse for a Toady song. I can't do it again. Bird Nerd says, if Toadies aren't the Today I Learned song to end the show, I'll be disappointed. I already did that when I was talking about this possum being in the backyard. Lori says, Tiger looked like he was sky high. I've got new updates on the Tiger Woods story, and guess what's coming soon? Kind of excited. The body cam footage is coming soon. They are releasing the body cam footage soon. This week we'll get it, maybe in the next day or so. You gave her a bath before she got back in your bed, right? Yeah, we had to. That's like, therein lies the problem. This incident happens at 3:30 in the morning, but it takes like a bunch of time to get her to come back inside the house, to get the dog back inside the house. Then when she gets back inside the house, she's got mud in her paws because she's been like along the back fence. So you have to take her and bathe her and clean her up. She's got stuff all in her fur from like running through all these bushes and stuff. It's like 4 o'clock before you can even get back in bed. Just go get a live trap, stick some watermelon and some cane corn. Cane corn. Play the Toadies Tyler. It's Possum Kingdom adjacent. I don't know if that's true. No wonder you're tired. I mean, I'm kind of used to not getting that much sleep. I usually wake up at about 3 o'clock in the morning until about 4:30 in the morning, and then I go back to sleep for another couple of hours. I don't know if that happens to you. All right. Agree or disagree? We know that we've been talking about the TSA. The TSA this week was largely out for a little while until yesterday, and then people started coming back to work because on Monday they got paid. So just like that, the backups at the airport, the problems with TSA have sort of alleviated themselves. This is good. Travel is a little bit more free for most people. This was the intention all along. The intention was to do this so that the TSA employees would not go, so that air travel would get disrupted, so that people would get angry at the government, so that people would say, and the government shutdown. That was the intention. Everybody knows what they're doing. They're all participating in this. TSA goes back to work, right? And we did a story at some point while they were not getting paid, where some of the airports were telling people to bring TSA gift cards, to gift them gift cards so that they had something. One person in particular was giving out some fat daddy gift cards to TSA employees, and they've now been told that they have to give them back. All right, I'm going to tell you what's going on here because it's kind of crazy. We're back in 90 seconds. We'll talk about who this was, how much the gift cards were for, and whether or not we think the TSA agents should have been able to keep these gift cards. That does indeed put us back on a plane, kind of. We're at the airport. God, of all the things you guys are on point for, it's these plane stories. Oh, I heard this. They were told to return them? Yeah. Tanya said, no, they shouldn't have to give them back. True. Hey, Barbecue Baby. How are you? Bootsy, I see your test. Bootsy, I'm trying to wrap up all of the current chat issues on TNJ chat to make sure, hopefully, like late today, I can get those wrapped up. I see that there is like a reconnection issue, and I think the replies, the inline replies aren't working as good. If you see anything else, let me know. Okay. Barbecue Baby says, I don't think I'm going to fly next month. Just doesn't seem worth it with all the madness going on. I think you should be good.
It's spring. Time to refresh your...
All right, we'll come back right now.
Instant oil change for trusted service and expert vehicle care.
Here we go.
345-2789.
It's spring. Time to refresh your ride. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for trusted service and expert vehicle care in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. Spring into savings at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Quick, easy, drive starts here.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
What you would have done. I love these kind of stories. I want to see what you would have done in this scenario, and I'll give you the details here in just a moment. We'll get to your dispatches and emails coming in from thenewsjunkie.com. TSA agents have been on a wild ride. Let me give you the 5-second recap here. I don't know if I could do it in 5 seconds, but maybe if you give me 15, I could do this. So TSA agents haven't been getting paid because of the government shutdown. This was all done on purpose. The politicians knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted to stop the funding in particular so that the TSA agents would start calling out. Nationally, call-out rates went to about 10% of all TSA workers, all right? And when 10% of the TSA workers call out, including like 40 or 50% at some particular airports, the backups get big. In Houston, in Atlanta, and some of these cities where even more higher percentages of TSA workers were calling out, they had huge lines and huge issues. And then finally, yesterday, they got to some pay agreement and TSA workers were able to get paid. Now the TSA workers are coming back to work, although I do believe about 500 of them quit. About 500 nationwide
like
quit.
Full on quit.
Yeah, because they weren't getting paid. They missed a couple of paychecks and they said, screw it, I'm out of here. So about 500 of them quit, which isn't much compared to how many there is. And the rest of them got back to work. So just yesterday, with that change, with the money starting to roll in, the airport in Atlanta had a much smaller line already. Houston, much smaller lines. The airports in New York and LaGuardia, the lines are much smaller. It solved itself, right? And they got paid. They went back to work. Problem solved. I know that wasn't 15 seconds, but, you know.
Oh, buddy.
I wanted to give you a 10-second warning, but you were on a roll.
I mean, what I wanted to do was promise 10 seconds, so they were like, okay, I'll deal with 10 seconds of boredom here, and then go just a little bit over as in a minute and a half or something. But so here's the thing. Here's why I tell you all of this. You guys remember, Sealand and Sabrina, you remember at one point in time that we talked about the TSA workers. Some of the airports were saying, hey, these poor people aren't getting paid. Would you mind bringing some gift cards for the TSA workers? Yes. All right. So people did this. People were like, I feel bad that TSA workers aren't getting paid. I mean, I go on my damn bank website and it says, are you a TSA worker? Are you being impacted by the government shutdown? Can you not make your mortgage payment? So I click yes, of course. And there's a lot of people who were impacted by that. But here's the kicker. The headline on this one reads, TSA agents have allegedly been asked to return some of these gift cards.
That's crazy.
Including some of them were from Tyler Perry, who I guess Tyler Perry went to the airport and started doling out $1,000 gift cards to the TSA employees who weren't getting paid. And now they've told them, too bad. You got to give that back right now.
There were organizations, groups of people. I feel like I saw it on TV, some radio stations doing collections.
Mm-hmm.
All of that has to go back now?
Well, at least some of them do. So the ones from Tyler Perry were big. They were $1,000. This says TSA agents have allegedly been asked to return $1,000 gift cards donated by media mogul Tyler Perry. You know him from such films as
Medea this, Medea
blank. Yeah,
Medea's Medea.
Medea does blank, right? There's like a million movies like this. But Courtney and I watched them at one point in time, and they're so hilariously bad. They're so hilariously bad. It's like a split of funny Medea stuff and then insanely over-serious romantic drama stuff squished together. It's like two different movies in one. They're so funny for that weird reason. This says TSA agents have allegedly been asked to return $1,000 gift cards donated by media mogul Tyler Perry. As a result of the ongoing partial government shutdown that has left the Department of Homeland Security's funding up in the air, TSA agents had been working without pay for 6 weeks. Call-out rates skyrocket, et cetera, et cetera. They signed an executive order to pay all their current and back pay as the partial shutdown stretches on. And some of them got paychecks and are back to work. Perry, who resides in a $100 million mansion, Tyler Perry, not doing bad in Georgia, first reportedly tried to distribute cash to TSA agents at Atlanta's airport before the executive order was signed. But he was turned down. So you can't take cash. They told him you can't take cash. You got to turn this down. Tyler Perry can't be like Santa Claus handing out cash money to these people. So Tyler Perry and his team coordinated with the airport in Atlanta, including management and human resources, and they returned to the airport with 250 $1,000 gift cards. For those of you who don't know simple math, that's $250,000 that he spent. He bought 250 gift cards, 250 gift cards for $1,000 a piece, and he started handing them out to the people at the TSA, which he was told he was allowed to do. Now they're saying you got to give those back. And I ask you the question in the sort of what would you do here? I'll tell you in a second. But in the what would you do here is would you give it back? In a statement to the New York Post, the Department of Homeland Security spokesperson blamed federal rules for the mandated gift card return before switching gears and calling on Senate Democrats to end the partial government shutdown. TSA officers are prohibited from accepting gifts at screening locations. Even during a shutdown, cash or cash equivalents cannot be accepted on behalf of the agency.
At the screening area.
So they're saying that they are not allowed. It does say specifically at screening locations. I don't know if that's more general, but they're saying they're not allowed to get money and they're not allowed to get the gifts. They already got the $1,000 gift cards from Tyler Perry. And then I ask you this question. What if they give them back and then Tyler Perry mails them all directly to their home addresses?
I'm sure that's going to be fine.
Like, is there any way that nope, we told you no. We told you you're not allowed to accept these.
What is he supposed to do with that many gift cards?
He's got 200. I'll take them. I'll take them, Tyler. All right. If there's a big problem and nobody wants them, I'll take your $250,000 gift cards. So they have to give them back. That's the claim right now.
Or what? They're fired?
I don't know if they would actually fire them because that could lead to another problem. And then you got some people going, I don't know, $1,000?
Well, I want to know, like, not as specific to this situation, but just nationwide. There's been a lot of these kind of drives for giving the TSA workers gift cards.
Right.
Some of them have done, by TV or radio stations. Some of them charities. And if they have to give them back, are they giving them back to the charities? Then the charities just have to figure out what to do with them.
People donate it.
Are they really trying to just hand Tyler Perry back his $250,000 in gift cards?
Yeah, that and F on YouTube says, how do they know that agents actually took the card? How do you know, like, every single one of you received one of these cards and we want it back from you right now? I would tell them to kick rocks. I would say, look, you tell me on one hand you want me to work. You tell me on the other hand you're not going to give me a paycheck because these losers in Washington and what they're doing fighting with each other. All those people could kiss my ass, by the way. But it's what they're doing on purpose. On purpose. It's what they're doing on purpose that led to these TSA workers not getting paid for 6 weeks. And then somebody steps up, a regular person, and wants to pay. First, Elon Musk, and they're like, no, can't do it. You can't legally pay all these TSA workers because he worked for Doge. And then somebody steps up, Tyler Perry, and goes, well, here, I want to give back to these folks a little bit. And they go, nope, can't do that. Give back the $1,000 gift card.
I don't understand why you can't accept gifts or a donation.
I know that there are some things in the government where they tell you can't accept gifts. Honestly, in radio, there are a lot of regulations about us accepting gifts. Over a certain amount, we can't just accept gifts from certain people, right? Like
Tyler Perry?
That would be a tough one, actually, because Tyler Perry makes movies. Movies are advertised on the radio. If it's seen as us giving Tyler Perry promotion in exchange for the money that he...
I don't know. I think if
we got
you
plug
have paid any amount of attention to this show, we haven't talked about Tyler Perry in forever.
I talk about him every once in a while. I like Tyler Perry.
Yeah, but that's your separate Tyler Perry podcast.
I think he's a talented guy. I think he was nice for giving $1,000.
Medea's emergency pod.
Hello.
I also think those of you who like hate the political side of this, or maybe you're a Trump supporter, it doesn't mean you have to be anti the TSA workers who didn't show up. I see a little bit of that, which is kind of obnoxious to me. Like these people, some of them may have done it for political reasons. Some of them may have been like, let's put pressure on. But mostly, who cares? They're just employees squeezed in the middle of this. And if Tyler Perry wants to give him a $1,000 gift card, I think he should be able to. I don't think that's a really big deal. But let me know what you think. Is it fair or not fair that they're making them give these back? Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com or email tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com.
If he didn't make a whole thing about it, and he just like kind of, I'm Tyler Perry, just walking through the airport, here you go. Would we have this situation? Like if it's just a sneaky, oops. There you go.
I don't know, because I didn't hear the story when he initially gave him out. I only hear now that they're trying to take him away. So I don't know that he really tried to be followed in there with like a camera crew and said, I'm Tyler Perry, and I'm giving $1,000 gift cards to the TSA workers. I don't think that.
You think that's what Tyler Perry sounds like?
Hello, I'm Tyler Perry. I don't have a Tyler Perry voice. Do you?
Tyler Perry, what are you most known for, Tyler Perry?
Medea movies. I did Medea Goes Bonkers. Medea Goes to the Circus. What's your Tyler Perry? Huh?
I don't know. I don't know what the guy sounds like. That's why I was asking you.
That's.
I'm proud of you for not doing black voice.
Then why are you questioning what I did? Why are you questioning that at all?
I wanted to know if it was accurate because I've never heard the man talk.
Do you want to go back to the tape because I'm recording it?
Yeah. Bring up Tyler Perry's voice and then bring up the recording of me doing Tyler Perry and let's see. Yeah, I think I got it, actually. I think you're coming down on me right now because I'm not great at impressions, a.k.a. terrible, but I think I might have nailed this one. Oh, I'll let the people decide. We'll play it for you. We'll play you Tyler Perry speaking. See, let me bring that up.
All right, here we go.
All right. And then we'll get me doing Tyler Perry.
Oh, this is just a bunch of people speaking.
I need just him.
Hang on.
Yeah, I need just him. This is not going to work if you're failing at this. You know what I mean? So you got to
I love this because I know Ryan Coogler. He won Oscar. He won his first Oscar, for Sinners.
First of many to come. For him.
And
actually, it sounds a little similar.
You called Ryan Coogler and talked to him about
He's about to answer this question.
his projects. Could you tell me about that?
Yeah, well, the young folks that are coming up, it's like, listen, here is how you do it. Here is the path. Here's the blueprint.
Sean.
And I laid it out to him, so when he was able to do that deal.
Ready?
Said, I'm Tyler Perry, and I'm giving $1,000 gift cards to the TSA workers. I think that was him.
It's not way off.
I think it was him.
I
think it was him. All right, well, tell us how you feel about this whole thing. Not that part. Not that part.
Or
but
give us your best Tyler Perry impression.
Maybe you could do better. Some of them might be a little much.
Rate my Tyler.
Send that over at thenewsjunkie.com or tips, TIPS, at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get into some of your feedback. We have to get into the updates on the Tiger Woods video and a bombshell on the way in the Tiger Woods case. I got new info that nobody's heard about yet. I got a bombshell on the way. And then we haven't even gotten into the Charlie Kirk case. Just exploded all over the place with a bunch of big drama. I'll bring that to you as well. All right, it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
All aboard for the Jim Colbert Show Yachtly Cruise. Departing June 13th. Get the details at realradio.fm/cruise.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes of the show. We're back live in a moment with more info. New steaming hot info on the Tiger Woods case. Missy's asking if everything's fixed on TNJ chat. Not just yet. I applaud your patience. I mean, everything works on TNJ chat. It's just the inline replies aren't showing up nice. But they will be. They will be. And when stabilized, that chat will handle like a big influx. And we send the people over. Sean sounds like Tyler Ferry got him. I'll never recover.
Show up, that's not something that's going to fix itself. It's not something that comes and goes. You brush it off, try to joke about it, but when push comes to shove and it matters most, those symptoms will still show.
This bullet thing from Charlie Kirk is insane.
With your confidence, it's a snowball.
I think so. Here, I'll get to the story later, but the basic nuts and bolts is the defense is now saying that the bullet that was shot in Charlie Kirk's throat doesn't match the bullet from the gun or whatever. And you're going to have some people who either want to make this a political thing or like openly cheer people who do this, sort of like they do with Luigi Mangione, who try to make something more out of this and introduce some bit of doubt. If you know anything about the messages that they've found in this case, if you know anything about his roommate, the trans boyfriend or whatever, if you know anything about what happened after the arrest, it's so clear that this guy was the shooter, and thank God they caught him because his lover snitched on him at one point in time. And his father and mother snitched on him. They saw the photograph and they were like, that's you. We know that's you. He did it 100%, but there's going to be people who try to make something out of it. Arnott says it was too damaged to match. Sam says, sign me in. When I signed back in and made a whole different account. TNJ chat, one of the things that happens, I don't know if this is still happening. It should have been fixed. If it's not fixed, let me know. But when you try to log in, it will try to use your face to put in your newsjunkie.com credentials, which will just like kind of force you into the account. I have another idea to fix that, which I'll probably push later today. So even if that's still happening to you, which it shouldn't be, it won't be soon. I'm just going to make it so it doesn't accept email addresses as usernames. 2 minutes and we're back. Those furries have loose lips. I think he was the one who dabbled in a little bit of the edges of furrydom, not his lover. Hey YouTube, hey Twitch. How you doing on a Tuesday? Your mission is to share the show, by the way. That means just take a moment and hit the like button over on YouTube. Mr. Predicto will tell us if we will get a record number of YouTube likes on the stream today. Mr. Predicto, will we get a record number of likes?
It is a certainty.
Yes. You heard him. Like the stream. 1 minute. It was a hunting round, a hollow point. It's hard to get ballistics from that. Can you make it so we stay logged in? It's a pain in the ass to have to log back in every time? Yes, probably. Yes. Right now I'm trying to do some other things, but that's all on the list. That's why it's beta. That's why the chat is in beta. It'll all sort itself out down the road. But yes, that's something on the list. All right, let's talk about the new updates. Some saucy new information coming in about the Tiger Woods DUI rollover crash. Wait till you hear this. Here we go.
Life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-345-2789.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the...
Viral newsroom. Hey, good news. Good news, everybody. Good news just eking in. As of today, all of your merch orders are on the way, all right? They're on the way. You're going to get your shirts, and everybody who bought anything in the latest merch drop will get theirs this week. They are out and on the way. Watch for your tracking to update in the next, let's say, 12 hours or so for almost every single one of you. An update in the Tiger Woods story. How about that? Everybody's looking at Tiger Woods, looking at his mugshot, trying to decide whether or not is Tiger drunk? Is he high? Well, I guess he wasn't drunk because he blew a 0.0, right? Is he pilled out? What's going on with old Tiger Woods? Well, we got some new details coming in. I told you yesterday about the one loophole that one very smart former judge and attorney said could set Tiger free on this. And that is the fact that by law, in the state of Florida where this crash occurred, by law, you're either supposed to release somebody before, or I think when they get to 0.04, when they start blowing 0.04 or lower on their blood alcohol test, you're supposed to release them. He blew a 0.0 immediately.
How
but they
often
still held him in for like 8 hours, I think.
How often do they test you if you're held in this drunk tank and it's either 8 hours or dropping below 0.05? Like if you're getting close, can you be like, let me test again. Let me test again.
I don't know. That's news to me because I was in the drunk tank one time in my life, way back, and I was 18 years old.
How long were you in there for?
I was in there for 8 hours. There wasn't even an opportunity. They didn't even come around. But I don't know. I guess maybe that might be a new thing or something. Or something else we could talk to Moses DeWitt about when he comes in this week. However, some new information coming in. Tiger Woods, you bad boy. Officials say Tiger Woods had 2 hydrocodone pills in his pocket.
Damn.
At the time of his DUI arrest, with the golf superstar claiming his cell phone and radio distracted him prior to his rollover crash. So he's setting the case where he blames his phone. I was looking at my phone.
I thought he almost ran over a pressure washer worker.
He did. Yeah, he's blaming that. He's saying, like, look, I was paying attention to my phone, and I took my eyes off the road, and when I looked up, the pressure washer was there, stopped, and I swerved out of the way. There is an arrest affidavit in connection with the incident, which details everything that led to his trip to jail. And on Tiger Woods, in his pocket at the time, were at least 2 hydrocodone pills in his pocket, which I've heard of these. Hydrocodone. I don't know if hydrocodone tend to be super strong ones. I don't know what you would get them for.
I got them for wisdom teeth removal.
Yeah, I feel like they're pretty common, right?
It is a painkiller.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I received it for.
It's an opioid.
It is
analgesics used to treat severe pain, usually in combination with acetaminophen. So, like Vicodin is a hydrocodone.
Yeah. I mean, I would have thought maybe he would have been like, "Well, I am upside down in my car again. Let me toss these 2 pills back in my mouth." But I guess he didn't do that, and they found them on him. He had these 2 hydrocodone pills. He could have a prescription for it.
Yeah,
not that people tend to keep them loose
in the bottle.
Yeah, you don't tend to keep them loose in your pocket when you got a prescription for something.
Surely there's some doctor that's prescribing him all of the things, right?
Yeah. And there's a lot of money probably changing hands.
Like a Dr. Conrad situation.
Oh, yeah. Maybe even the doctor from The Simpsons. What's that guy's name? Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
That guy who's like the most corrupt-seeming doctor in all of animated lore.
I don't know. I still prefer Dr. Spaceman to any fictional comedy doctor.
Dr. Spaceman was from Scrubs?
No, Dr. Spaceman was 30 Rock.
30 Rock, that's what it was.
Sorry, I just watched The Pit and Grey's Anatomy, serious medical shows.
Many bad TV doctors over the years out there, but there you go. And the other piece of information is I am ready. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm waiting for it, baby. We are going to be getting the body cam video. Ooh. And I think we're going to get it. Maybe it could be as soon as today. It could be as soon as today we get the body cam video where we get to hear Tiger Woods and the police officers and the interaction. And for those of you into this particular drama, that'll be another door open to what went on here. And I'll give it to you. As soon as we get it, as soon as that comes in, I'll give it to you, and we'll investigate what went down on this body cam footage of the Tiger Woods situation. So let us know what you think about all of this. In fact, it's a little early in the show, but I've been bad about working in more dispatches. So let's work in a couple here. Now, I was asking somebody to do the brave thing today. I said, if you're one of these people, it seems to me like 25% or so of people, going back to the cheeseburger poll theory that I have, 25% of the people who are asked about this kind of stuff say that they hate NASA. Like, they don't like astronauts. They don't like the space stories. They're like, boo, Artemis, Sean, I don't want to hear about it. So I asked some of you to send in a dispatch. Tell me how you feel about this. Here's one of them. Let's see.
What up, news junkies?
Hey.
Sean, you're asking why people would feel a certain way about not caring about the launch. For me personally, the reason is I don't look at the space program the same way I did, as a kid growing up watching space shuttle launches from school. It's kind of the same thing. Like, you can't go back and watch the cartoons you watched as a kid.
I can't.
Because you look at them like, God, this sucks now. You just grow up. And
no, I can. On the cartoon front and the space front, I can. There's some stuff that I agree with you on. Like, if you try to watch something like Dude, Where's My Car as an adult, there's so many movies like that where you go, oh God, kid me loved this. Mm-hmm. Adult me thinks this is stupid. This is like
the Continuum Transfunctioner is a mysterious and powerful device whose mystery is only exceeded by its power.
And then you have C-Line, who still loves it.
Still a fan. Still a fan as an adult.
I don't know. I haven't watched Dude, Where's My Car in quite some time, but I think one of the last times I watched a movie that I loved as a kid, I think I've told you this, you guys this before. We used to quote it in high school all the time. Saving Silverman.
Oh yeah. That one's kind of weird.
Does Saving Silverman hold up?
It seems like it would hold up more than some of these things. Like, for me, the cartoons, like, sometimes they're just made for kids and maybe they don't hold up. But a lot of the really good ones I can still watch and I enjoy and I'm fine with. And I'm fine with the space program. I am telling you, though, there are some things like that, though. And you guys could probably think of somewhere. When I was a kid, I loved them. And then as an adult, I'll watch them and I'll go, this is what was I thinking? I'll tell you what one was. This is not a popular take.
Okay.
Among men 25 to 54, which is like half of our target audience, this is not a popular take. One thing that when I was young, I was like, this is so funny. It is so funny. And as an adult, I would look at was Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead as an adult, I go back and I watch one of those episodes and I go, oh my God, this was bad.
You're a dumbass, Beavis.
This is, why did I think that was funny? What am I watching here? It was so bad. But anyhow, let me get back to the dispatcher.
I kind of feel that way about the space program. I mean, it's kind of cool. We're going back to the moon, but I don't know, man. I just got other things going on, and I'll listen to you guys talk about it, but that's going to be about all I care about. All right, that's all I got.
All right, so he's in the I don't care that much about all the space stuff category. Fair enough. Thank you. I told you I'd be decent about this. A lot of people have thoughts on this. Here's another one. Here's I'm Not a Hippie giving us a dispatch.
Speaking of space and Buzz Aldrin, true story. That's who I was named after. My dad had the wonderful idea to name me Aldrin. It's just pronounced differently, but I get Aldrin all the time. I'm not too big on space, ironically, but I love going to Kennedy Space Center and seeing my name on everything. It's kind of pretty cool. So, hippie out.
Feels customized, huh? I like that. Thank you, man. Appreciate the dispatch.
I mean, I haven't heard any of the reasons that, I think would be normal for people to not like space.
Yeah.
If you don't like the fact that so much government money is going towards, flying rockets into outer space when it could be going to other things, I don't necessarily agree with you, but I understand your concern.
Yeah, I can get that. I can understand somebody saying that too. I agree.
If you just believe that space exploration is not doing anything for humanity, I mean, I don't know that I agree with you, but that is at least a more founded concern than everything's all fake, or that's why I hate it, or I'm not a kid anymore.
Well, I would relate it to, if you talk about America first, people in America talk about America first. Let's get our stuff together. We have homeless people on the streets. We have people who are poor in this country and people who miss meals and stuff. And let's make sure we're helping them before we're sending billions of dollars to Somalia or whatever. And people can get behind that. It's almost like Earth first. And you'd say, why are we spending all this money? We need to get things in check on planet Earth before we start talking about going somewhere else. I can get it. I can engage with it. But I still think all this stuff is really fun. And I think it's really, really impressive. And I can't quite get past that. MFQ says NASA budget is not big. Let's look up the NASA budget, C-Lane. What's the NASA budget per year? How much money are we spending on this stuff? Because maybe that'll get people fired up. In the meantime, Waterboys has a video dispatch. Let's watch.
Is it possible that one of the mission parameters of the Artemis 2 is to actually get a photo of the old bases on the moon so that what's-his-face doesn't have to punch anybody else?
Maybe. But they have that. All right, I might be wrong here. I could be wrong. Space people, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm willing to admit if I get this wrong. I think it's possible that we have enough telescopes and different things that we can use. I think we can look at the moon and view some sort of evidence that humans have been there before. I think we can look at the moon and see.
We can't see the flag, right?
The flag completely faded out very quickly because of the sun just drilling the thing.
Oh, is that right?
And the flag, I don't know if, because you got no oxygen, no air, no wind, no any of that stuff. But I believe you can look.
I think it had wires in it to keep it out.
Keep it like pinned, yeah.
To keep it so it looks like it's kind of out there, not just drooping the whole time.
I could totally be wrong on that, but I think we can see stuff that was left there. But still, if we can't from here,
Yeah, that would be an interesting additional thing.
It says here, evidence of human presence on the moon cannot be seen from Earth with the naked eye or even conventional telescopes, while equipment from Apollo missions such as lunar rovers, descent modules, and even rover tracks still exists on the moon. Seeing them requires high-resolution imaging from orbiters like the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter.
Oh, so we send something to the moon, it orbits the moon, and we could see it from that thing.
Yes.
All right. So, but that's
what I'm saying.
enough to convince people.
That would be, that's one of the barriers to entry. That's why my fireworks idea was so brilliant.
I think that was a brilliant idea. And no,
somebody said you can't do fireworks in space, though.
Bet.
Because you need the oxygen for the reaction to happen.
Yeah, all right, bring a little oxygen.
Yeah, you could run into all sorts of problems, but I think
Apollo 13 brought a little oxygen.
I think we're past that. Most normal people know that we've done these things. We don't need to cater to the weirdos and losers out there. Speaking of that, Tuck Frump, your dispatch was so boring and bad, you've now been blackballed. And unless I see something really special, none of your stuff appears on the website. I don't look at it. I don't get a chance to be played on the show. Just so you know, when you're low effort, low quality with your dispatches, you get the frowny face, the black ball, and then you go into Nowheresville. So you really got to work to dig out of that. I've only had 2 people, I think, in the history of this show where I'll see somebody and they come in blackballed, and then I go, damn, that's a good one. And I'll put them back on board. But it takes a lot of work. So congratulations, you've done it. Let's see. Here's your reglets. Your reglets.
My name's Trey.
Okay.
I used to live in the same town as Neil Armstrong in Lebanon, Ohio, which, by the way, is the same town Woody Harrelson lived in. And I prefer to believe Neil Armstrong that he's actually been there. I mean, I know he's a real person. I used to live next neighborhood over.
Oh, wow.
I believe they've been there.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I don't care about space enough to care about that. That's too particular.
Pretty sure his name is Your Eagle Tease.
Your Eagle Tease?
Like eagles with breasts?
Yeah, I think that's the most I can make out of it. UREAGLETZ. That's the most I can make out of it, too. Well, Godspeed, sir. You didn't get the frowny face, even though that wasn't great. We'll see what you can do. I think you could do better. Send us a dispatch. Show us what you got on your mind over at thenewsjunkie.com. We still got the Charlie Kirk situation and an update, believe it or not, on that whole controversy for the Barbie Dream Fest event they did in Fort Lauderdale. Already there's some things happening there. But I got some shocking news for you. It's not great, and it's going to hurt you in the bank account. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
We tried replacing ourselves with AI, but it kept asking.
Hello. Welcome to the show. Godspeed. Some reports that a U.S. journalist has been kidnapped in Baghdad, Iraq.
This report is sponsored by Noble Gold Investments.
All right.
Ready or not, retirement is coming. If your portfolio isn't built for market upside,
Hey, Hizzle.
Gold Investments can help. Learn how easy
How
it is
are
to
you?
protect your savings with physical gold and silver. Get your free wealth protection kit at noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com.
John Marquis, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what. Sometimes I see some of your comments and I'm like, what does one even do with this comment? Cat Butthole on TJ Chat says, on the moon, there's tons of items there, but it's too far to see. And Missy says, no, not with the naked eye. Well, yeah, I mean, I know you can't see it with your eyes. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You're not going to be able to see with your eyes. But I thought that you would be able to use some high-powered optics to get far enough in that you'd be like, there it is. There's the evidence. We were on the moon. Space stuff is freaking awesome. I might take a ride to the coast to watch the launch from the beach. Nice. Would you go to the moon, Sean? Hell no. Hell no.
Well, let me throw it to you, chat. YouTube, Twitch, TNJ chat. Mega chat combined. Let me toss this over to you. If you got a call and they said, hey, we got a last minute opening here. We think you'd be great for it. We want you to go to the moon. Do you answer yes or no? Yes or no? Hey, I want to see you on the moon. Let's do this. Come on, let's go. Let's move. You say yes or no. Yeah? Crazy, man. Nope. Only due to paranoia and anxiety. I cannot imagine having a panic attack in space. I cannot even imagine. No, I would not do it. I'll do it for a $1,000 gift card. We got a hell no over on TNJ chat. Oh, oh God, in a heartbeat I'd go. No way I'm not going to the moon. I could barely take a 3-hour flight on a plane. That's a no from me. Yeah, I can't do it. Catmaster says no to the moon. The Falling Hole says sign me up. I would just not. It's not for me. Maybe that's why I'm so impressed with the people that actually do it. Maybe that's why I have a level of reverence. Even after all these years, I really do. Oh. All right, let's see what we got. I got an anonymous TSA worker sending an email. Hang on. Oh.
You did go on Mission Space this week.
I did go on Mission Space. Although, when we went to Mission Space at Epcot, Courtney made us go on the weenie version.
Well, I'll go on the big one next time.
Although, I'm kind of glad we did because it does.
Talk about anxiety in a tight space.
You're like pinned in. And then they like you're in a pod of 4 people on this Mission Space ride, and each person has a job. But I forgot to look and see what my.
What they wanted me to do.
We didn't know what our jobs were, and they're like, engineer, make sure you lower the flaps. I'm like, am I the engineer? I don't know what I'm doing. How's Lady doing?
Do you know you're wearing a moon shirt?
Oh, I am wearing a moon shirt. I was wearing a Lady Dog shirt yesterday, and not one comment.
I know.
It's rude. All right, be safe, please. She's working on the last bit of shirts right now, folks. Your orders going through her hand. 90 seconds and we're back live. Sean, if it was the Katy Perry space situation, would you do that? Good question, because technically I could convince myself, hey, the time from launching to the time from landing is small enough that this thrill will be worth it. But I would probably still be a no. I'd have to, maybe I could talk to some people who have done it, like Katy Perry, and then maybe be convinced. Thank you, Diana. I'm claustrophobic. I take all the Ativan I need to get it done. Funky Fresh, I'm with you, pal. All right? I love staying on the ground. You know what I like? Staying on the ground. All right, we're coming back. We've got a lot to get into, including an anonymous email from the TSA. What are they saying? You're going to learn in just a moment. An anonymous emailer from the TSA. Thank you, AJ Soup. I'm sorry I missed that. I'm sorry I missed that. All right, here we go.
Up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
College basketball back in the spotlight. March Hoops will have everyone talking.
That game was unbelievable.
Whose brackets are busted, Cinderella stories, and buzzer beaters that make history. Yeah. Lock into Fox Sports Radio is your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. Plus, binge on demand podcasts for more coverage with the Dan Patrick Show, The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Their front line looks like an NBA front line.
And more. Search college basketball on the iHeartRadio app to stay in the know.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the News Junkie.
Newsroom. Man, big week for space lovers and space haters alike. We'll embrace both sides of this and see what you have to say. See what your dispatches are, in fact, in just a moment over on thenewsjunkie.com. It's expensive out there. Oh, boy, is it expensive out there. I did see, with all this Iran bombing stuff going on, and I'm wondering by the day if we have like a really good Irish goodbye planned in the whole Iranian caper that we have going on right now. Like, is there a point where we're going to be like, well, we blew all your stuff up, sayonara, see you later? I guess that would defeat the point of the Irish goodbye side of things, but we got to find a way out of this here because the gas prices are expensive, and people do care about that. I never met anybody in my life that was putting gas in their vehicle at the pump, and as they were doing it, like, you know what? It's okay. Iranian democracy is really
price of freedom.
Yeah, my kid will eat a couple less dino nuggies this week, but Iranian democracy is very, very important to me. Not to say it's not, not to say there aren't things about this that could be great for the Iranian people, et cetera, but gas is expensive as hell, and I think they just pushed above $4 per gallon for the first time since 2022. So
I mean, just pushed above. I paid $4.29 this morning.
Did you this morning? Well, this is nationally above $4 a gallon. U.S. gas prices jumped past an average of $4 a gallon for the first time since 2022 on Tuesday. In California, gas currently $7,000 a gallon. $7,000. Wild. According to Motor Club AAA, which somehow still exists, folks, the national average for a gallon of regular gasoline is $4.02. It's up $1 since we started dropping bombs on Tehran. Bombing Iran. The last time U.S. drivers were collectively paying this much at the pump was nearly 4 years ago when Russia invaded Ukraine. Now it's a national average up over that. And you paid what, Sealand? $4.20 something?
$4.29 this morning.
Yeah, yikes.
Can't wait.
Not a good time. Wow. Oh, $92 hurts. And that truck you drive, that thing can't be too good on gas, huh?
It's not bad. I usually find myself filling up like once every week and a half or so, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
depends on how much Facebook marketplacing I'm doing. I've had to totally shut that down.
You cut it out of your budget, or
like you're selling or picking up?
Picking up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, driving around costs money.
I'm like, that's a good deal, but it's in Kissimmee, so...
You know what's going to happen as a result of this? We drop bombs on Iran, and then the DoorDash drivers decide that they need even more money, and DoorDash decides they need even more money because DoorDash is the greedy, weirdo company. And DoorDash goes, we're going to take more from all you loons who just... get limos for your burritos, and now a Chipotle meal is $7,648, a.k.a. the same price as a gallon of gas in California. Or close. I forgot the other number. We'll see what you have, but I have this for you right now. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Anonymous emails the show an answer about the TSA situation. And in case you missed this, here's the deal. I said, this doesn't seem fair. The TSA people were just kind of caught in the middle
like a monkey in the middle situation. On one side, dumb left-wing politicians in Washington, and on one side, dumb right-wing politicians and monkey in the middle with their paychecks. And they're just trying, can I just get I just like my paycheck, please. That's what was happening with TSA workers. So I'm not hating on TSA workers. Some of you are. You're weird, I think, but, here we are. This person says, I have an answer for why, in the story you mentioned, they have to give back the gift cards. For those of you who missed the story, Tyler Perry, of Tyler Perry fame, Medea Goes to the Moon, et cetera, Tyler Perry went to the Atlanta airport with 250 gift cards, all for $1,000 apiece, which is crazy. Very generous. Crazy, though. And this is an anonymous person for the TSA saying, I have the answer for why the gift cards were asked to be returned. They told they were to give them back. As a federal employee, we cannot accept a gift valued above $20 from any source that is not friends or family. Anonymous says the problem is how they were distributed. Tyler gave the cards out himself, which violates the federal regulations for accepting gifts. The cards can be valued above $20 if management distributed them instead of Tyler. And they must be distributed equally among all eligible employees, says Anonymous over at the TSA. Well, thank you very much for the update and for the email. Appreciate that, TSA worker. Salute you. I'm fighting for you over here. While Johnny says political theater hurts all of us normies. So true. And they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing every time. Trust me, when they're going to orchestrate a government shutdown, these politicians in Washington, they say, well, what's going to make this worth it? They'll go, well, there'll be pressure. Why will there be pressure? Well, because the TSA workers won't get paid. And then after they miss a couple of paychecks, the TSA workers won't be showing up at work and the airports will get delayed. And then people will go, what? Shut it down. And they'll pressure and they'll be on our side and we'll get what we're looking for in Washington. So just remember, anytime this kind of stuff happens, that's what they're doing with you. All you want to do is live your life, watch your Tyler Perry movies, enjoy your $4 gas at the gas station. And they get involved in your life just like this far, far too often. All right, let's see what we have for you. I got a couple of things I want to work in here on the show. It's easy to join us, by the way, with Dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours right now. There were some questions over whether or not we'll be able to see this Artemis 2 launch if you're just like out on the ground staring at the sky, I'll
tell you what, we will.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will, hopefully. There was some simulation that they did. I don't know if there's any audio in this, but somebody showed what it's going to look like and whether or not we'll be able to see it. Maybe no audio, but they show the spaceship going off of Cape Canaveral, zooming around. This is a little bit basic on the animation side, but you don't have to see it. Roughly 4 minutes after liftoff, it should be visible. So if you're watching the coverage, and you see launch has happened, wait about 4 minutes or so, and then go outside and look up if you're anywhere near it. If you're in New York, listen to this. If you're in Dallas, listen to this. You're not going to see it. You can watch it on TV. It'll be better for you there anyways. Tanya says, but wait, didn't your story about that, Sean, say that Tyler wanted to go in with cash and somebody told him he needed cards? So shouldn't that person have told him those cards needed to go to management?
They should have. Yeah.
Yeah, they should have, because he said he cleared it with management. Tyler Perry said, they talked to management. I think they said they talked to human resources. I think they said he talked to human resources, and then he handed out the cards from there. But if human resources or management at the TSA wanted to make sure everybody got them evenly, I don't understand why they wouldn't have just grabbed them and said, we'll hand them out. I don't know. But yeah, that story, he was just trying to do something nice, I think.
That thing you were playing just now, it's kind of crazy. I did not know, and maybe this is new for this rocket because of how big and powerful it is. Mm-hmm. But it's looking like after 6 minutes, you'd be able to see it in parts of Georgia and even the very bottom tip of South Carolina.
That's crazy.
Look at the second ring that appears.
Roughly 4 minutes after liftoff, it's visible to people who are in maybe Florida, we'd say.
Bam!
And then up through the Carolinas about 6 minutes after. And is that as far as it goes? Yeah. I mean, it's crazy that you could see this to begin with.
I've seen rockets go off, at least from my house, which is quite far away from where the launch is.
I've seen them at night.
As long as there's no clouds, and my neighbors are at this point used to me just like being in their front yard, like, there it is.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I know it got my attention the other night. I walk out and I look and I go, what the hell is that? And I said, that's not a possum at all. That thing's up in the sky. And Courtney goes, oh, it's one of the space launches. And it was a SpaceX launch. And you could see that sucker as clear as day because it was the middle of the night. It was like lighting everything up.
Dang, can't
so
wait.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. And that's going to be sort of in the evening is the first window of opportunity that they have for people to get a look at what's happening there. You know what? I absolutely love this. I think it's for the good. I think Australia finally did something right. All right. You guys have a country that's overrun by spiders, and you haven't done anything about that. You have a country that you basically just live on half of one ring of it, and nobody barely exists in the middle. And people think you're occupied almost exclusively by people who kill and eat sea turtles and or former prisoners from the UK. So you got like some bad things you've got to combat out there, Australia. But this, I salute.
I think it's a great idea. So I can see like your screen and I see the picture that's on it and I was like, I know that guy.
Who is that man?
I know that guy. And then I looked closer at the headline. I was like, I 100% knew that that's who that was. I recognize this guy just by the screenshot.
Jack Carlson has been featured on this show many times.
I wouldn't have known his name.
His speech has now been added to Australia's National Film and Sound Archive. Their equivalent of like putting it away in the archives to protect this. It is not a speech done by Jack Carlson from some circles of Congress. It is not a speech from Parliament. It is not a speech done in front of a bunch of people on television. It was a speech that you may remember about a succulent Chinese meal.
Hands off my penis.
Democracy.
It was the greatest thing ever. Did he curse in that? I don't know if I can play this. Oh, man. It was the greatest speech ever. Jack Carlson, he had gotten caught stealing from a restaurant.
It was dining and dashing. Right?
He was doing the dine and dash, I think. And when this happened, here's the video of this. This is so classic. We played this on this show before. It's now being immortalized forever in the archives in Australian history. He went in to try to get a succulent Chinese meal, and we'll never forget it.
Ready moment, primed to go viral before the net was even invented.
I'm under what? Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Dramatic, theatrical, hysterical.
See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
His name was Jack Carlson.
Oh my God.
Artist
and
con artist. Unknown.
Oh, he's an artist and a con artist.
This must be old because he's dead.
Yeah. Is he? Oh, man. R.I.P. to this guy who just wanted a succulent Chinese meal. And he was behind this, became a huge early internet meme. Now they are commemorating it by putting it away in the archives in Australian history.
One of our friends that would always text me about this was Dom from the Supervillains. And when I texted him that guy had died, he's like, may he enjoy a succulent Chinese meal in heaven. And I was like, that's not just that. I got nothing now. That was a perfect response.
It was such a great moment, man. And that it was like the rolling of the tongue, Democracy Manifest, and it just hit everything it could have. So there he goes. Remembered forever, I would hope. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Survivor winner still owing the IRS after 20 years, while dead guy gets to perform on the 4th of July. Speaking of America, Kid Rock may be in Bawata big trouble with the Army for just a little helicopter visit. Plus, she's back, baby. Stiff syndrome be damned. Or perhaps just an added feature. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hello. C-Lane says, Democracy Manifest. succulent meal. I just wanted a succulent Chinese meal. The first time that was played on this show, 2013, everybody. Show of hands, how many of you have been around on this show since 2013? Anybody here that long? I'm not sorry, but this watch is literally going to make my lady parts tingle since I live 20 miles away. What year did you start in West Palm Beach? Full-time? We started full-time during the pandemic in West Palm Beach. So that would be 2020. So we've been on full-time for 6 years. But I think it might be close to 8 or more that we've been on either early mornings or weekend edition. Pretty sure I've been here for 10. I've been listening for 4 months. I don't know if that's true. I was there for the birth. I remember from the 5 a.m. days. Folks, just so you know, if you hear somebody talk about the 5 a.m. days, I've done this show my whole career. I did this show in different markets and stuff. And when the show moved to be based out of Orlando, which is now 12 years ago, around 12 years ago, 2 years before that or so, I did a show at 5 a.m. in the morning. Wild show at 5 a.m. in the morning. Built it up out of nowhere. Went from 25th place to first place in, I think, 6 months. From 25th place to first place in 6 months. And held number one with a bullet for 2 years. So when somebody says the 5 a.m. days, they've been listening to the show for like 14 years. Damn! I started when you came to West Palm Beach at the 3 p.m. slot. That has to be like 3 years, I think, maybe, around then. 90 seconds and we're back live. I was around for Squeaky Sean Boys. Those were the days. My wife told me, says, Kyle, I should have listened to the early show. I was like, I'm not getting up that damn early. Luckily, it wasn't long before middays happened. Feels like a long time. Feels like a long time with 90 days to go. Contract watch. 90 days to go. 90 days. Damn.
Don't let tax refund.
Not even 3 months.
File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve. Or start filing today in the Credit Karma.
90 days.
Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve. Or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Got a thought?
Just wanted to chime in.
No hold times here.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Tap the red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app and send us a voice note instantly.
I do agree with that, yes.
A stress-free way to join the convo on your own time. Try it now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Radio 104.1.
Because therapy's expensive, and we have microphones. This is the news.
90 days and counting TikTok on the contract with iHeart, and things looking about the same as it looked yesterday. Big shocker for you to know, but I'll tell you if anything develops. We'll get into more of your dispatches and emails. That's how you send feedback into the show, and I love to hear from you. Agree, disagree, whatever. Just give me some good content to roll with. Do that over at thenewsjunkie.com. So we'll get to that as we go into the second half of the show, but right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV. You can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'm Tyler Perry, and I'm giving $1,000 gift cards to the TSA workers.
Nothing. Weather's
God,
nice.
it was
It's
him.
time
I don't
for
even know
the
who
next
that was.
episode with Sabrina.
Paid a lot of money for that. You know how much it is to get an audio clip from Tyler Perry?
Was that like a cameo? Is that,
No,
that
it was
personal. You got it.
got his number. And I also got another number for you.
Smoke weed every day.
Wait for it. Hold up, 100% satisfaction. 100% awesome. 100% an expert and a friend you can trust. And, of course, I'm talking about that mortgage guy, Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That's where you could start the process. Compare your quote. Don't miss the boat. I just got rid of my boat horn. Damn it. And work with someone who has got your back. Mortgage rates up, down, can be confusing. Don't leave money on the table. Work with someone who knows what he's doing and makes it easy for you. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
It was a mere 68 years ago, 1958. This guy right here.
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry is right. And it was on this day that he released this rock and roll classic, Johnny Be Good. It's the song Marty McFly rocks out after his parents finally kiss at the school dance.
That's when he says, guess it's too soon for this one.
Yeah. But your kids, they're going to love it.
He shreds the guitar, and then the whole audience is like, what was
Whoa,
that?
crazy guy. And speaking of kisses, let's not forget that he did ask that prostitute to give his butt a little kiss. And
who hasn't done that?
Give my ass a kiss.
Wait for it. That was him farting in the prostitute's face. So there you go. Congratulations. And I guess it doesn't matter if you're dead or alive, Back to the Future or in the past. I present to you on America's 250th birthday. What? Everyone okay?
Yeah.
It's America, damn it. And nothing screams the United States of America than a hologram.
All right. Of whom?
Charlie Daniels.
Kirk.
No, Charlie Daniels.
No.
He's going to headline.
It would have been a great tie-in if it was actually that prostitute. If it was a hologram of the prostitute
Give it a
that
little
Chuck Berry
kiss.
farted on.
Or the fireworks come out. I'm not doing it.
That would be great. Right into like a mountainside, you carve that, and then you shoot fireworks. Right?
Yeah.
You could do that. You could do that.
This Stone Mountain has another side to it, you know?
What is it?
That's where the big heads, the big old heads on there.
You're thinking of Rushmore.
Yeah. Is Stone Mountain the Native American one?
No, Stone Mountain's in Georgia, and they have like carvings in the side of it, but then there's like laser shows at night.
Oh, fun.
It's
It's fun.
Well, you guys are taken away from Charlie Daniels' hologram announcement. All right. No lasers here.
Thrilling.
Fort Campbell Military Base in Kentucky. Also performances of, I don't know if human or hologram, Aaron Tippin, Eric Lee Bedingfield, and the 101st Airborne Division.
Charlie
Band.
Daniels strikes me as the kind of guy who is like,
Never.
I was hoping for a statue. A statue seems a lot more elegant than a hologram.
Passed away in 2020 at the age of 83 from a stroke. And his son says, this show is kind of a dream come true for me. Who cares about my dad? And it's all about him. We couldn't think of a better place to unveil than America's 250th birthday among the brave men and women of our armed forces who are not holograms. They're actually going out there and fighting the good fight, but I'm sure it's going to be fun. And if they're not fighting the good fight, I guess they're just going by this guy's house for a little.
Kid Rock.
How are ya? Sean, I sent the video to you on the group chat. But the U.S. Army is now investigating why not one but two of their helicopters were hovering outside Kid Rock's
it was two?
Southern White House mansion in Tennessee.
Yeah, hold on. I'll get another copy of this real quick. But I didn't know there was two. No, it's just a better video.
He does curse in the original, so you know.
I don't have to play the audio, but the one that I saw was only one helicopter. I didn't know that there was two of them.
Yeah, Deuce.
That arrived there. Here it is. Okay.
By a swimming pool.
I mean, it's pretty low. It's like fairly close to this massive hillside, beautiful mansion that Kid Rock has, and they just stop there and they hover, and then Kid Rock's doing like the salute.
By the way, he calls this the Southern White House.
I see that. Yeah, I see that there.
I get the feeling, and tell me if you think I'm wrong, that the area that the helicopter is hovering over is much lower. The ground is a lot lower, and he's kind of on the cliff here.
Kid Rock's got a pool with like one of those infinity situations going on, where the pool is on the edge of a cliff, and then woo, and so the military chopper just sat right there. But why?
Great question. The Army would like to know because they're wondering. And by the way, they were the AH-64 Apache helicopters, which are supposed to be. Those are the ones that are like maneuver around, very silent, got machine guns on it. And I guess just making their way over to the Southern White House to say hello.
How silent was it?
For a helicopter?
For a helicopter, I've heard louder, yeah.
And I don't know if he's been so silent or just forgot to check his mail. However, here we are again. Richard Hatch.
Oh, the survivor guy.
Still owes the IRS and the taxes. Back
it
taxes.
Happens. Yeah, you end up
As a
with
matter
it
of fact,
sometime.
he now owes 3 times his prize pot.
Well, did he ever pay?
I don't believe so. Yeah, the amount that the government claims the survivor winner, the very first one, that had no pants or shirt, and whopping $1 million, I think, was that the winning back in the day? Yeah, it was a $1 million prize. He now owes $3.2 million.
Okay.
So if anyone can get a hold of him. And
compounding interest.
Just a bit. He even went to jail for it, but still didn't get any bit of
Tanya says
from
of the Kid Rock helicopter incident, my only question is, was that approved? It must have been. I don't like, not my area of expertise. So again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think these things just willy-nilly fly around. I think that they have to make a plan. They know where they're going. And then they must have made a plan to go by Kid Rock's house and be like, hey, Bob with the Bob.
From, according to...
As one does at Kid Rock's house.
There was no official request to the Army from Kid Rock for the helicopters to come by his house. Public affairs officer for the 101st Airborne Division that will be at the Charlie Daniels hologram concert. The division is located near Fort Campbell. Helicopters also overflew a Nashville No Kings protest. And they said in a written statement, Army aviators must adhere to strict safety standards, professionalism, establish flight regulations. Sorry, I can't hear you over America.
Could you imagine if you died on that mission? Like,
it wasn't even a training exercise.
Proud and brave. Well, that's the Marines, but you get like to be like, I lost my son in the armed forces. And what happened? Well, he was on the mission to do a buzz-by at Kid Rock's mansion.
Ran into the other one who wanted to get there first.
Crashed into a fiery ball.
I mean, there have been deaths in training missions, and that is super unfortunate. But just to have to add to the point, to the story, he was driving by Kids Rock's house.
Died doing what he...
Second time I said Kids Rock.
They do. Bitch. You're a dad now. I feel you. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of people that are rock hard but ready. What? 8 years later, The Bone Temple on Netflix. Untold, the life and death of Lamar Odom. He's not dead.
It's the death and life.
Mm-hmm. It says the life and death right here.
Oh, that's wrong.
Okay. And Cameron Diaz will be on Fallon. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Quick break. We're back with the second half of the show, and trust me, we are just getting started. I got clips galore for you. I got more coming in about the TSA, and we haven't even gotten into, which we will in this hour, the new Bombshell claim about the Charlie Kirk bullets. What's going on here? We'll dive in and fully explain all of this. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
Hello! Well, behind the scenes. Are we for or against U.S. Army helicopters buzzing Kid Rock's house? Are we for or against military aircrafts doing a show at Kid Rock's house? You know, Kid Rock, if you wouldn't have recorded it and posted it on social media, they probably wouldn't even have known. Could have just been for you.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with that mortgage guy Don. That mortgage guy Don is here for you. And with over 250 5-star Google reviews and over 1,000
Against?
experience.com.
Don't really care, says Mike.
Don knows what he's doing. And
Kid Rock 15 years ago was the American Badass. He's lost that title.
Unfortunately, chances are very high that
Against, it's a waste of jet fuel. Doesn't seem like a great use of money, but we waste money on other stupid shit too. Whatever. I mean, you're not wrong. There is an interesting effort to focus only on certain massive wastes of money. It's like, how much money did we spend on that?
If you want to see a difference, apply now and get a quote or get a free analysis.
Why can't you care about that all the time? Because let me tell you something. I dig it. I dig it. Two things I dig. One, that. I dig the idea that if you wanted to say, screw the Republicans, screw the Democrats, let's investigate and make sure every dime of federal funding and every dime of state funding is looked over and made sure it's spent on something worthwhile for the taxpayers. Anything not worthwhile, any kind of fraud going on, arrest the fraudsters, throw them behind bars for a long-ass time. Life in prison for defrauding the taxpayer. Life in prison. Forget the parties. Let's go hog wild, making sure every dime of our tax dollars is looked over. Is this good to spend this one? Is this good? Good use of resources? All right, there we go. Federally and then on a state-by-state basis. I would be so with you. So with you. But most people only care when it's the other guy. Most people just pretend to care. You know what I mean? Most people pretend to care. Like most people pretend to care about racism or sexism or homophobia or transphobia or whatever. Until somebody who's in one of those categories is politically opposite of them, and then it's like, well, please. They pretend to care. I'm with you if you care for real, and you're like, let's make sure all of our tax dollars are laser focused, fine-tuned. And then, I'm with you if you want to stop these escapades all around the desert, wasting billions and billions of our taxpayer dollars. I'm also with you on that. I'm with you on that. Stop spending our money to other countries and fix our problems here. You know, I think one thing that could help, and maybe I'm just an idiot. Maybe I'm just a dummy. I think one thing that could help is if all of this was more public and obvious and people cared more. Because people don't even... until the Doge stuff, I think people were blown away at some of the shit they spend federal tax dollars on. Literal programs for like political trans art movements in Brazil and millions of dollars to this or that. Just the most obscene things. And you ain't seen nothing yet. You get into the pork that they push in these bills in Washington. I tell you all the time, and if you think I'm wrong, you're out of your mind. I'm rapping. I am so fundamentally right on this. They take enough of our money already. We should be able to have all of the nice things We should be able to have health care. We should be able to have all of these other things, even like basic, basic income for certain groups, people who can't really make a living out there. Fundamental safety nets for everybody. They already take enough of our tax dollars. Greed, nepotism, corporate glad-handing, looking the other way while billions of dollars is siphoned away by fraudsters, sucks all that money out. And it'll keep happening until you say something. 90 seconds and we're back. Truth, bingo, Sean. Yes. I mean, it's true, but the problem is most people don't actually give a shit about that. They have joined a team, and their team is good, and the other team is bad. Or, to put more fine point on it, in 2026, their team is good, and the other team is evil. Right? That's what has happened. I say it's all bad. Although if I was Kid Rock, I'd probably be like, man, got the old helicopter flyby. I want to take a moment, if I can, and just congratulate myself, because for my entire life, I screwed up the word helicopter. I know it's commands in chat. I know what you guys do. But I rewired my brain. And I fixed it. And now I say helicopter correctly. You have moved from that to trying to gaslight me that I say the word mullet wrong, which is just absolute asininary. I got that one down. I fixed helicopter, and I had mullet right the whole goddamn time. And you know it. And you know it. We're coming back.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers. This is...
The galaxy brains amongst us. We'll see you come out of the woodwork right here. Are you smart? We'll find out here. We're going to get into your dispatches and emails in just a moment. There is a situation where a woman who is pregnant and has had a child and wanted to identify the father of the child. The court has told her, we cannot identify who the father of your child is. Okay, we are not able to do it. What would be the circumstances, using your brains, that would lead you to this conclusion? The judge has said, we cannot tell you, ma'am, who the father of your child is. We got DNA. You can utilize fluids from people. You can mix things around and come up with a result. And then you go, hey, Maury does it all the time.
Yes, he does.
You are or you are not the father, right? Like we know that this is a thing. Why would the judge say, ma'am, we are not going to find out who the father of your child is? Why would a judge say that?
And they're saying they can't actually do it, like physically or scientifically?
The judge is saying, ma'am, it can't be done. We cannot tell you who the father of your child is. Why would that happen?
Off the top of my head, she brought the sample to court.
Uh-huh. And said, like, can we test this right now?
Exhibit C.
So hold on, I've been holding this in my mouth.
John.
And no, it wasn't
that's not
that.
How
but
babies are made.
That's not the worst guess. That's not the worst guess.
I was insinuating that she had grabbed a second back.
Is the potential father somehow legally protected?
That's an interesting guess as well. That's an interesting guess. Here's the story, and this is 100% true, just in case you were wondering. And some of you galaxy brains out there actually did figure this out. You really did. There's a woman who a judge has said, we cannot tell you who the father of your child is. Why? Well, here's the details. A court has ruled it cannot be determined who the biological father of a woman's child is after she slept with identical twin brothers in short succession of one another.
Got it.
The mother and one of the twin brothers took the case to court after the other brother was named on the baby's birth certificate. It is unknown how old the baby is, but the baby is referred to as P in the court documents. The mother and the brother who launched the petition wished to be named on the child's birth certificate as the parents, but the other brother is listed instead, and they wanted to remove him. But in London, where they were looking at this, they said, it is not possible for us to determine which one of these identical twin brothers are actually the father of your child.
Because they have the same DNA, or they contribute the same amount of DNA?
Exact same DNA. They have a full copy of each other's DNA, and they cannot tell which one would have been the father and which one not, because she admitted she had sex with both of these identical twins in a very short period of time. Somebody on YouTube saying, ooh, she a freak. And it's, I mean,
I've seen a porn like that.
Not wrong. But you got to think about this stuff. It must happen out there from time to time.
I feel like we talked about this a couple of years ago where it was identical twins where DNA was left. And I think, didn't one of them take the fall for...
Oh, yes. Yeah, this has happened before. Do you remember the story? I think I might be getting the details a little sideways, but excuse my dusty memory. The one of the stabbing downtown with the bouncer getting stabbed downtown?
Yeah, I don't think were they twins or just brothers?
I don't know if they were twins or brothers, but
sent
one
us
of them...
a letter, remember?
Did he? One of them tried to take the rap for the attack over the other. If they weren't identical twins, then they would be able to find some DNA and prove, okay, it wasn't you. You weren't the person involved in this. But since they don't have much more to go off of, other than this woman who goes, yes, I had a baby. The baby was delivered in a hospital. And then they said, okay, who do you think is the father? And she goes, I don't know. I had sex with both of these identical twins.
Is this not something that crosses your mind before having sex with the other twin?
I guess you didn't think about it, but there's a lot of outcomes, and this is one of them. According to the judge, Madeline Reardon, both of the brothers had sex with a woman within 4 days of each other in the month when the child was conceived. It was equally likely that each of the brothers is the father. So now I ask to you, who gets custody and who pays child support? If either one of these brothers do they both?
Yeah.
You say, hey, both of you had sex with this woman.
I don't know that you could order somebody to pay child support when there's no proof that it's their kid. They might both be free of this.
Or they're both the father.
To me, it has to be either both on or both off.
I mean, or both.
I would be kind of okay with saying, here's the deal. If you're an identical twin, one of the flukes of the system is going to be this. If you happen to sleep with a woman and get her pregnant, and then the woman also sleeps with your identical twin and they can't identify whether it's you or your twin, y'all both have to pay. All right? If that was a quirk in the system where there was a minor bit of injustice going on, I would be okay with both of the identical twins having to pay the mother of the child as opposed to nobody paying the mother of the child. That opens the door for all the irresponsible identical twins out there to find a way out of all child support forever and ever. Amen. In a judgment handed down, Sir Andrew McFarland said, currently the truth of P's paternity is that their father is one or the other of these two identical twins, but it is scientifically impossible to say which. It is scientifically impossible. It is possible, indeed likely, that by the time the child reaches maturity, it might be possible for science to identify one father and exclude another, but the science isn't there at the moment. So,
which is a little surprising.
There you go. That's weird. I never knew that this was a thing. But I guess it makes sense. You know, identical twins, they got the same DNA.
It's not exactly the same. There are very, very seemingly small genetic mutations that occur after the embryo splits. So, like, it wouldn't be 100% match. But I think you might not be able to tell the difference in what is part put into the baby's DNA. Like their contribution to the baby might be exactly the same.
Is it possible? Well, I don't think it is possible. I'm not even going to ask the question. Identical twins must have the same hair color, eye color, all the rest, right?
Mostly, yeah.
I don't think there's a situation like paternal twins might have. Is it paternal or fraternal?
Paternal.
It's paternal, right? Paternal twins. If they can have things that are obviously different, but identical twins, I think, have all the same exact everything. Everything is the same.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
so they can't split it.
Younger siblings are identical, but they were considered mirror twins. So one's left-handed, one's right-handed.
But that still wouldn't cue somebody in a case like this.
No, unless there was a love letter involved, I suppose.
Like if one of them had natural blonde hair and the other one had natural brown hair,
and
then the child, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying the hang up of identical twins is that you don't even have anything like this. They are straight down the line, every bit the same ones and zeros. I think Celine's saying there's something on the margins.
Yeah. Like,
do they have the same fingerprints and stuff?
No, I think the fingerprints are different. Identical twins can have different eye colors. It's very rare, affecting roughly 2% of identical twin pairs. So it's like, take how rare having identical twins is, and then take just 2% of those cases, and they could have different, because it's the same thing I was talking about before. It's the genetic mutation after the egg has split.
Yeah, what a conundrum. So that's the headline. Woman who had sex with identical twins 4 days apart is told by a jury and a judge it is not possible to identify the true father of the baby.
Man, she was really fertile.
I guess so, yeah. This is Kay emailing tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Hello, junkies. What if she gives birth to twins? Then the judge could split the responsibility. Each brother could be responsible for one kid. Why should the kid suffer? If she has more than two kids, oh boy, as far as the case goes, just another reason why I don't care for being born in England, says Kay. Well, I think you don't have to worry about that. I mean, your hypothetical doesn't really matter here because she didn't. She only had one baby. It was one baby, but she doesn't know who the actual father is.
Have we not had a case like this in the U.S.?
I've never heard of one, but it could be that these things must happen. There's enough identical twins and enough people to have sex with the identical twins and get pregnant that this happened before in history. But here we are. Tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Steve emails the show. Hey, junkies. Talk of the fake Barbie event, which reminded me of the fake Willy Wonka event. But wasn't there also an event with Bluey that was not sanctioned and went very wrong?
It was like a restaurant, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was like a really bad Bluey costume that they did at some like sports bar, some wing place. And a bunch of parents and kids showed up, and it was not so good.
It was so funny, though. Oh, God. I wonder if I could find this. It was a fake Bluey event, and the Bluey was just some dude in a really bootleg-ass costume. This is it right here, I think, right? I think
a local restaurant says they wanted their own family-friendly day with cartoon character Bluey. They expect
there's a line out the door.
Regulars. Thousands RSVP'd. Hundreds of families were left fuming and say kids were disappointed. The restaurant spoke to Fox 5 and says they want to say sorry to all the families, and they underestimated the power of Bluey.
So just so you know, if you're wondering why would 1,000 people RSVP, why would all these people show up and wait for hours to meet Bluey with their kids, you don't have a child. You don't have a child right now. Bluey is big. Bluey remains big. Kids are like, Bluey, I want to go see Bluey. If there's a commercial going, meet Bluey at this place, kids are like, I'm going, I don't care, I need to go. But this wasn't Bluey.
When I saw him, my dad ignore him. I was mad.
Did he look like the cartoon? Did he look like on TV?
No, he looked like unexpected. We could see his beard.
Sophia and other kids had the same reaction. The Bluey they expected was not who greeted them. On the left, this is a photo a parent took at an event with the popular cartoon character Bluey.
It's some dude in like a Bluey pajamas outfit with a little plastic hood that goes over his head that has Bluey printed on it. He's got a full beard and the whole shebang. Boy, were they mad. So you have a lot of these events. You have the Willy Wonka one. You have the Bluey one. You have the Barbie one.
And the Barbie one, they announced they're giving full refunds.
Yeah,
the organizer promised full refunds after the backlash, which I'm
But
curious.
the difference is the Barbie one was officially sanctioned by Mattel and Barbie.
I wonder, was Mattel throwing it? I get the picture that maybe Mattel just charged them some sort of licensing fee if it was done that poorly, because you think a company as big as Mattel, if they were throwing the event themselves, would have executed it a lot better. But
Probably would have been a lot more expensive, too. 3 days for $450, which is a lot. But if it was what they at least promoted, that would have been $1,000 ticket easily.
It's always funny to me. I don't know if it's funny to you guys as well, but when they have events like this and they do a 3-day ticket and you go, everything that there is, well, no, but everything that there is to do, I can do in 15 minutes at this place.
Well, I mean, I saw some comments from people that were like, well, people that weren't completely outraged at the event, which is crazy to me because it seemed like something that was just not a lot to do for the money. And they were like, yeah, well, I guess there could have been a lot more vendors. They just didn't do a good job, like, scrounging up vendors for this thing. And I'm like, they didn't do a good job at anything in regards to this thing. And now they're having to, this Barbie Dream Fest, which was created by Mischief Management, which licensed the Barbie brand from Mattel.
Okay, so they did.
I've heard of that.
Interesting.
So, Mischief Management is probably, if I'm going to guess, similar, not as far as reliability or being good at their job, but just in execution, similar to Feld Entertainment, which throws a lot of events that tour around the country. A lot of them come through our home market, and I've been to a couple of them. I've been to Jurassic Park Live, which just probably pays the royalty and has to probably run some things by the license holder, and then they do the thing. I think they also do Disney on Ice. There's just a lot of stuff where if you want to put on events like this, you can pay the license, and then the rest.
You think they'll think twice about it again, though?
They haven't taken it off their website.
Yeah. Like this is embarrassing for them, I think.
But I was wondering.
The story says organizer promises full refunds, as Sealand said, after backlash over Fort Lauderdale Barbie Dream Fest. We had mentioned this yesterday, and now the scandal is they're going to have to pay these people back.
And they're going to lose their ass on this, because I know that for events, when things go wrong and you have to give refunds or something like that, there are certain situations that can be covered by insurance. Mm-hmm. Like famously, when the pandemic came around in 2020, one of the only major events that paid for pandemic insurance at the time was Wimbledon. And so Wimbledon got their insurance company to reimburse them for all of the money that they would lose not having Wimbledon that year, right? And everybody was...
Somebody at the Wimbledon office was like,
They started buying it after the SARS outbreak that, it wasn't as big for some regions as it was for others, but they started buying it, and people are like, I don't know if we really need to be wasting money on this pandemic insurance. Like snake oil, basically. Mm-hmm. But I don't think you can have insurance that covers you for throwing a crappy event.
Yeah, let's see what they say. Hold on. Is this the local report? Oh, this is just some of the footage?
There's little girls on my
This is from the event. It says $75 to $300 is what people paid. Some of the footage that we showed yesterday. It's so bootleg. They told you there was going to be a life-size version of the Barbie house. It was like a cardboard cutout of the front of a house with a little piece of grass out front. It was really, really, really basic stuff. And people paid a lot of money. And when I see these, I'm like, 3 days. I can see everything in... It's one big, giant convention center room. I could see it all right there. But I'd want my money back, too.
I mean, I think they have a much better case for getting duped for this Barbie thing based on their promotional material than when you look back at Willy's Chocolate Experience and all the stuff that was made by AI that wasn't even spelled right to go, hey, I should have known not to spend my money on something that was advertised to be catgacating live performances.
No, is that what it says?
Carchy tons instead of catchy tunes. Exacerbate lollipops and a passadice of sweet teats.
Those are all good. I love a passadice of sweet teats.
Same.
It's one of my favorite things.
Someone needs to jump on this train and make like the worst event possible. That is what is advertised. Like, you ready to go to some like bootleg con where everything is just a little bit off and has so many what is it? Sweet Teats?
So it's like the purposeful Fire Fest. There's the one where you know it's going to go bad.
I'd go to that.
I'm looking at their website for this event gone wrong, Barbie Dream Fest. It says, thank you for joining us at Barbie Dream Fest. Please contact, and then they have their email address with any questions. So
I sent you the website of the group, and they still have Barbie on there. Mischief Management.
Mm-hmm.
We know fandom. We are the fans. And they had
well, I don't know about that in this
Enchantment Con, Broadway Con, and for some reason still have Barbie Dream Fest right there.
Yeah, okay. Broadway Con is like just Broadway plays.
Pictures look good. It seems like people have fun.
That's probably what did it for them. Mattel probably says, look at these folks. They did a big old event. It really worked out well. They got some of these big companies together. They will represent the Barbie brand, the Mattel brand well. So let's give them access to all of our IP. And then from there, it becomes just an absolute mess. So that's what's happening with that. They're asking for their money back. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get to, I have to open up the story here about the Charlie Kirk bullet bombshell and why people are spinning out over this. What actually is going on? Guess what? That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Okay, it works, but are you like, are you into sex a lot? Are you sexually aroused a lot? Do you want to do it a lot?
Why, you want to take me to dinner first?
I know.
I'm just saying, like.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
If you're starting off your commute or just grabbing a bite to eat, you won't be running into any accidents. No surprise.
Hello. Fentanyl Barbie coordinated the event? Maybe. Show rolls on. YouTubers. On a Share the Show Tuesday. Give me a moment of your time. Just one moment. One click of that like button. Let's see those numbers up. All right? Let's boost those numbers. Hit like over on YouTube. Insecure Walrus says, Creation and Entertainment does lots of the really cool cons as cheaply as possible. I'm sure. I mean, they're trying to make money, but you can't get away with that too many times in a row. I got some absolutely banger clips coming up. Absolutely banger. Oh?
Almost done. I don't know if we're wine.
Okay. Regular. Yeah. Thank you. Be safe. What is drag ball? You got me, pal. You got me. After the show, I have to focus in. I'm gonna have my lunch. Oh shit, I can't do that. After the show, immediately after the show, I have to get in my car and drop off the rest of the shirts at the post office. Then I gotta get back. Then I can have lunch. Then I can post the podcast. Then I can take a walk. And then finally I could get a video up because I wasn't able to get one up yesterday. I got caught in chat hell trying to improve TNJ Chat 2.0. But I got to get a video out today. And then late night I'll work on TNJ Chat, fixing some of the issues over there. The good news is it's working. I can see you. It's working. You're able to talk to each other. There's a couple little, issues, you might say. Then sign a new contract? No, sirree. There's some rumors of a potential meeting on Friday. I don't know exactly what's going to happen just yet. But there's some rumors of a meeting on Friday. I have 90 days left. That's not that long, folks. Live stream the meeting? The suits don't want to be on stream. of all the things they do. By the way, you know what? I'll hold it. I'll tell you during the next break. Little secret that you might be interested in. I'll make a note of it. You remind me. All right? Remind me during the next break. I'll tell you a little secret. Don't forget.
Somebody tell me that.
A shocking public murder.
This is one of the most dramatic events that really ever happened in New York City politics.
I scream, get down, those are shots.
A tragedy that's now forgotten. And a mystery
that may or may not have been political, that may have been about sex.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Rorschach, Murder at City Hall, and listen now.
Because the newspapers don't come with cliff notes or potentially offensive accents.
Room, 90 days left on the iHeartRadio contract, and then kaput right after that. Speaking of kaput, we'll get to your dispatches. Those are coming up in a bit, and they've been kind of a letdown so far today, but maybe we got some bangers in there. You creative types out there, what are you holding out for? Join the show, for God's sake. Meanwhile, I want to go in a totally different direction. I got to get into the bombshells dropping in the Charlie Kirk murder case. There's some interesting stuff there. We'll address it. We'll get to that drama in a moment. But I want to address something else first. I did not know this existed. It's not surprising. There are certain areas of the world that I am unfamiliar with, and certain things that I've not been made familiar with. I have not myself been made familiar with. But this is a new one for me. You can obviously go to a chiropractor. You guys ever been to a chiropractor? See that, Sabrina? You ever been to a...
I have not.
The only...
adjustment?
Only one we had, we did it on the show years ago.
Oh, I forgot about that. We did. We had a chiropractor on the show one time, and they're like, oh, they'll pop you into place, and you feel good for like at least a little while.
Sounded
it comes
good.
Back.
Sounded like years of stuff I've wanted to pop.
It pops, and then you go, oh, my God, are you kidding me? I remember when I got into a car accident one time, and I went to the most bootleg lawyer of all time. And I don't think I've ever told this story. True story, okay? When I was younger, I told you about the lawsuit that I was involved in where the kid hit me in the eye with a rock.
Yeah.
And my dad said we had to take him to the hospital, and they like flush his eye in the emergency room and stuff. So he goes to the kid's dad because these kids were bullying me and throwing rocks at me and stuff. And he goes, my dad says, hey, all we want you to do is pay for the medical bills that the insurance won't pay. And the kid's dad goes, no, not doing that. So we got an attorney. And then I ended up, when I was about 12 or 13 years old, getting the equivalent of what became $50,000 in the bank when I was 18. And when I was 18, it became my money. And my dad's like, I encourage you to leave it alone, but it's right there. And for about 6 months, I didn't touch it. And then very, very shortly after, my friends would be like, you are broke. You don't have a job. Just get $10 out. Just get $20 out. And I burned through that $50,000 in a short period of time.
Didn't you get a cool car?
I ended up getting a Camaro.
Car.
It wasn't very cool. It was. I
thought it was a
an old
Camaro
car.
or something.
I bought it with my last $4,500 at the time because I just blazed through all of this money on different things. And a few years later, I'm 22, I think, and I get into an accident. Some guy slams into the side of me in a parking lot of a Home Depot. And this kid, I had two people with me in the car, and this idiot, two like young, we're all like in good shape at the time, guys, and this guy was by himself, and he crashed into the side of my car, and he popped out and wanted to fight. And I go, this is a bad idea. What are you doing right now? And he was so mad because he had just finished painting his car. And then
he was doing like 40 in the parking lot.
That's on you, big dog.
And he crashed into the side of my car. So I said, no, last time I had a windfall, it was because I had this lawsuit. Maybe
God,
this
throw a rock
guy,
at me, man. Throw a rock at me.
this guy ran into me, and so I picked up the phone. And I just found like some rando attorney. I go to the attorney's place, and when I go to the attorney's place, the woman goes, "You could just walk back there." And I walk back into this attorney's office. I don't remember his name, what it was. I wish I did. I might be able to find it somewhere, somehow.
Saul Goodman.
This attorney was worse than Saul Goodman. I walk
Saul
into his
Goodman
office.
got results.
This attorney got no results. I walk into this office, and the woman at the front desk goes, "You could just walk back there." And when I walked back there, the guy goes, "Ah!" And he was sitting at his desk, and he freaked out because he was sitting in his desk without his toupee on. And he was like,
I told
ready
you,
for,
Stacy.
like airing out his like a pop top, like he could take
Sweaty.
it off. And the guy's like, "Ah!" And I go, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then when I come back in, he like situates his wig or whatever the hell he had on top of his head. And so this guy seemed like the sleaziest sleazer ever to sleaze. And I pick him as my attorney. And he sent me over to the chiropractor, which is why I've been to the chiropractor before. And they'll do those adjustments, and they'll kick you in, they'll get you all set. Long story short, eventually I go, "Well, hey, what's going on with my case? What's going on with my case?" And I wasn't hearing anything more from the attorney. And finally, some other guy answered, and he goes, "Yeah, I took over this law firm." The other guy was disbarred and is probably headed to prison for engaging in some legal fraud.
Oh,
and so he's not going to be able to continue on your case.
Was he trying to legally tell everybody that his hair was real?
I said, "What?" They said, "Yeah, the guy's like, he was disbarred. He can't practice law anymore." And I go, "Who would have known this guy?" But yeah, I went to a chiropractor for that, and they would do those adjustments, which would make you feel good for at least a couple of hours, and I really liked them. But I've never heard of this before. Have you guys seen what happened with Leanne Rimes? You know who Leanne Rimes is, right?
Yeah.
The singer.
Moonlight.
Leanne Rimes, she posted some video. That's her. Yeah, she's in the movie and singing that. She posted this video of her, and I swear to God, I didn't know this was a thing until this. She has some sort of problem where she has to undergo what they call deep jaw release therapy.
Oh, lockjaw.
I guess she has something like that, and they go. It's like a chiropractor inside of her mouth.
Oh, it's really uncomfortable to watch. I'm sure a huge relief. Oh, you're gonna play it.
I've never heard of this in my life. You go to a place and it's a chiropractor for inside your mouth, and they pop your jaw, much like the chiropractor gets your neck or your back set. And then she posted the video of her, Leanne Rimes, going to get this deep jaw release therapy done. Oh my God.
You got it. Hold on.
Just so you're not watching on YouTube.
And that's the moment when they set the jaw back. They're in her mouth pushing that. And then I'm guessing she's crying because it feels good.
Well, she probably could not move her jaw. I've seen people that have like lockjaw where they've
crazy.
Yawned and then it's stuck like that. Like, literally that. Or it's stuck shut and it hurts so bad. So I can understand.
She's not stuck or anything though. She's just there, but I guess her jaw hurts so bad. And maybe it's from singing her. I don't know what causes it.
Hold on.
They're pushing on it hard.
This sounds so...
She starts crying. Like, I think it's a joyful cry.
Or maybe because the camera's in her face.
Somebody's filming her from right above.
Oh, she's
because
really
they've
crying.
set her jaw.
Do we need to be set?
Say that part of my life is over.
Part of my life better be over.
If this is an advertisement for this service, I don't know if it's a good one or a bad one.
I can't tell. I don't know if she's crying in happiness.
She said, "I'm glad that part of my life is over." I mean, this doesn't. She seemed relieved. Am I missing out on that? And I don't like. Could they get inside my mouth and start popping out some jaws and? You know.
Are you down for two grown men to be inside your mouth?
I would rather not. No. Yeah, I'm gonna be a solid no on that one. But maybe somebody else has had this done. Let us know what your experience is. It says Gary Lynham. Well, who the hell is Gary Lynham? Gary Lynham gave it. Gary Lynham. Let me see. Gave Grammy winner Leanne Rimes this deep jaw release therapy. Gary Lynham is got
He's
a
jaw
like
adjuster to the stars.
I think he is actually. It says the mind behind facial maneuvers. That's the place where they like set your face like this. And that's where this came from. Oh my God, are you kidding me? There's more. What are they doing? They're pulling on her tongue in this one.
Multiple times.
This says, in this incredible session, Gary Lynham works with Leanne Rimes to help her release tension around her neck and throat. You can see the exact moment the restriction clears and her singing voice fully unlocks, leaving her feeling lighter and more resonant.
One of his hashtags is throat chakra.
There's no way this is real.
Gets tongue pulled to open her heart. Is that supposed to be like a
that's what it says.
Statement?
Let's see. Here it goes.
Good.
It's pulling out her tongue.
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh.
There's no way this works.
I feel like Gene Simmons from Kiss all of a sudden.
She's holding out her tongue.
If you sung something right now, would you know if it was different?
My heart, my heart, my heart.
Oh, sure. Before and after.
Yeah, but she has a good voice anyways, right? We don't know.
You've heard about chiropractors, and I'm nothing against them, but it is the kind of thing that's, for the most part, once you start, you have to go back.
Oh, yeah.
And I can
it's
understand
not a permanent thing.
Muscles were that kind of stuff. I mean, your tongue's a muscle. Your jaw is surrounded by it, and that's bone. I can see where you need the relief.
Chiropractors literally do give you some relief, very temporary, but there's a service being performed there. It's something. Yeah, it's something. So I wouldn't say that that's hocus pocus. I would say maybe it's not like the real deal. Usually, when you have a back problem, unfortunately, you might have a back problem for life. There's not a lot of great solutions for that. But when I look at this, I go, this doesn't seem the same. Making your tongue.
Do you guys want to get her
release?
I'll look into it. See if we can get her tongues pulled.
There's no way. There's no way that somebody pulls on my tongue. I'm like, oh my God.
Watch you go back to your squeaky voice from 10 years ago.
All of a sudden, I'm very high resonant again. Or all of a sudden, I sound like Tyler Perry all the time.
Wait for it.
I lock into my Tyler Perry voice. You never know the difference on this one. I'm Tyler Perry, and I'm giving $1,000 gift cards to the TSA workers. That's one tongue pull away, everybody. That's how close we are to this moment right here. Tell me if you've experienced this. Hit us with an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or a dispatch. Record your dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. You think this is real, or you think this is hocus pocus? Some weird Hollywood culty stuff? Let us know. When we come back, I've got a bunch of great stories for jury duty. Leading jury duty will be the story of the bullets in the Charlie Kirk trial, which is causing big drama today. Then I got a judge who's under fire for yelling at an IT worker. I've got that audio as well. And a woman who was in the back of a police car until she wasn't. It's a loaded up jury duty, 3 banger clips. And that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission.
The Magic are back at it tonight, home against Phoenix. The Magic 8th in the East right now with 39 and 35 on the year.
Hello, welcome behind the scenes of the show. Hey, hit that like button over on YouTube. Twitch, act like you're hitting the like button. I don't want you to get lazy over there. Just because you don't have a like button on Twitch, I still want you to pretend like you're hitting one. And we had a hype train yesterday. Is there no hype today, Twitch? Are you hypeless? Did Kirk get hit with a shard of glass like Trump did? Come on, you weirdo. You weirdo. Used up all my hype yesterday?
Oh, I guess we're just a one hype day a week kind of show around here. This is why Moses DeWitt doesn't like you. Just telling you. Aren't hype trains random? No, they are started by a person creating a bit of hype. The hype begins. The choo-choo begins. And it's like, oh, the conductor says, I think we got something going here. And it's like, oh, one gifted sub, oh, ho, ho. And then hype train. Our chiropractor is like going to the gym. They expect you to do the exercises every day, and it seems to help. My wife's neck and spine has changed quite a bit over time. The massive question mark curve in mine has not. I have found, and I'm not sure if you have seen this too, there are people when it comes to posture, stretching your neck, and those sorts of things, there are people that will get into it almost like a religion. Like almost like a religion, where they really, really get into it. Like yoga is a religion for a lot of Karen type ladies. There's a stretching club at work. I know there's a guy who wrote a book about like your posture and your neck and keeping your neck straight, and people read this and it's like a cult-like thing. They get very, very into the culture, and they try to like completely change their lives. If somebody ever tries to get you to change your life for some organizing hack or like stretching or whatever, it's almost always bullshit. Shields up. TNJ chat using that like button, right? Yeah. I'm going to count that. It doesn't literally count, but I'm going to count it. I'm going to count that. They're just hitting the thumbs up in TNJ chat over at chat.thenewsjunkie.com. This show told me to change my life. Only change your life if you are a perennially online overconsumer of doom content that has made yourself into a miserable drone with a brain of sand. Then change your life. Throw away your phone for a hot second. Otherwise, you're probably fine. Back in 2 minutes. No, this show is not the doom scrolling, doom and gloom. All right? I go out of my way every single day to give you a wide variety of content. We just talked about Barbie. We just talked about chiropractors. My attorney with the wig. My bad attorney that got disbarred and maybe went to jail and was a weirdo. We talk about all kinds of things. Rock says, why stretch when you can get just a few ribs removed? Is there anybody there? Keep those thumbs up going on TNJ chat. I feel you. It makes me feel your presence. Is there anybody out there who actually has gotten their ribs removed? Stand by. I need at least 2 more. It's not more than that. Look at all those thumbs up on TNJ chat. I see ya. Look at you cuties. Hey, you told us not to forget something you were going to tell us, but I forgot what it was. Oh, A little secret for you. Do I have enough time? Oh, God, we're out of time. I have a secret for you. You were supposed to remind me earlier. Now I don't have enough time. There's only a minute left. Next break, in the final hour of the show, remind me immediately and I'll tell you a secret. I will tell you, okay? You gotta remind me. Jeez. Look at all those thumbs up. Look at them go. Look at TNJ chat go. Amazing. All right, we're coming back.
Diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. But don't clench. Prostate cancer can have over a 99% 5-year relative survival rate when caught at a localized or regional stage. If you're 40 or older and have a prostate, visit RelaxIt'sABloodTest.com to see if a PSA blood test is right for you. Talk to your doctor about screening and next steps. Sponsored by Novartis.
Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals. At $4, $6, and $8, pick one of the new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
Marathon over on TNJ chat. I feel you. It's not like thumbs up on the YouTube video on a Share the Show Tuesday, but it makes me feel better about my soul. So I appreciate that side of things. Oh, and somebody did a tiny little thumbs up over there. We want to hear from you, so we'll get to dispatches here in a moment. Jury duty is on the way as promised, and I do have some really amazing stories. So this is how we'll do it. We'll do jury duty, and then afterwards we'll try to work in a couple of dispatches to get your voice on the show, and then maybe even an email after that. But right now, let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Well, that's not nice. Now Twitch is using the middle finger toward TNJ chat. It's like, wait, why do this? Well, on one side, they're doing the thumbs up, and you're giving them the middle finger back. This is not the overall mega chat community that we need on this show. Bring it together. All right, a little bit of kumbaya here. Let's agree on one thing.
A couple people on the texting service said that they had to turn down the segment with Leanne Rhymes because they were just audio only, no video, and it just sounded very suggestive.
1,000% sounded like a porn.
That might be people asking you, what is that you are listening to?
Well, it's funny you ask because today's Share the Show Tuesday.
It's the News Junkie. It's not sex. I swear. It's Leanne Rhymes getting her tongue pulled, which kind of sounds a little bit
like sex,
yeah, some sort of sex type thing. Jury duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you can reach out to any attorney out there you want. But let's be smart. Let's make the good move. Don't reach out to the guy who forgot to put his toupee on before he went into his office. The guy whose wig wasn't popped on top of his head. And he gets embarrassed when you walk in. Moses has a full head of hair as far as I know. And he's good to go in the courtroom. He's a professional, and he's going to kick ass for you. So start kicking ass after that accident by calling 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Here's the update in the Charlie Kirk case. Very interesting, actually. The bullet that killed Charlie Kirk, the conservative commentator, did not match the rifle used by his alleged murderer, Tyler Robinson, according to a claim from his lawyers. Oh. All right, keep that in mind. This is the defense attorney is doing it's like if the bullet don't fit, you must acquit kind of thing that they're doing over here. And they said the bullet from Charlie Kirk's throat didn't match the one from this rifle. The 22-year-old is facing multiple charges, which are eligible for the death penalty over Kirk's murder at Utah Valley University late last year. But his defense attorneys have argued
that the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, that's ATF, have been unable to identify the bullet recovered at the autopsy to the rifle allegedly tied to Mr. Robinson. I think one of the things about this is that the bullet was pretty busted up. And so they're saying, well, when they piece together the bullet, they can't identify that bullet definitely comes from the same gun.
I thought it always makes a marking, like a bullet fingerprint.
Yeah, but I believe, I might have this wrong, but I believe that the bullet actually hit his throat. Like it hit bones in his body. Oh. And I think the bullet busted up a bit on impact. And so the defense is trying to say, well, there's only shards of this. You don't have enough to get a perfect match from the gun. If you know anything about this case on a deeper level, if you know about the messages sent, if you know about his lover, his transgender lover, and if you know about all the things that happened in the run up to this and his parents turning him in, and this guy's pretty much dead to rights, but they got to have a defense. You got to have something to put on in the courtroom. And what they're going to try to argue in the Charlie Kirk case, and some of you will go with it just because you're crazy political people, but some of you will go with it, and their defense is certainly going to go with it, is that the bullet didn't come from the same guns, did not match the rifle used by the murderer, Tyler Robinson. Will be an interesting case to watch. I don't know if it'll be televised or not, or what we'll see out of this, but certainly it'll be a big case, so we'll keep our eyes on it. Another thing, I got a video of this because this is going mega viral. Millions and millions of views. Judge Nathan J. Milleron, here he is, of the 215th District Court. I'm looking into his courtroom, and a lot of other people are too, because he lost his cool with the new IT guy. Oh, got off to a bad start with the new IT guy in court. And I guess he was made to look bad by the way he treated the tech dude who was trying to help him out with some of the equipment in the courtroom. Let's see what we can learn here. Let's watch the video that's gone viral.
Of course you don't. And you're disjoined from the audio here, right? Yeah, it should be. Let me see. Sorry.
All right, he's going over to check the microphone.
Mariah, did I make this up? No. 5 seconds. 1 second. You don't have to go far. You're disjoined. Okay. Yeah, you're good. Okay. False alarm. No, it wasn't a false alarm. False negative. Sorry. Don't joke around. I'm serious about this. It was happening.
All right. So I guess the tech guy thought, you dumb boomer, you didn't click the button, you didn't click accept, you didn't, some simple thing was responsible for this, and the judge got pissed.
Not funny.
And the judge is like, what are you doing? Why are you laughing? This isn't funny. This is serious. This is in a courtroom right now.
Contempt.
And the guy tried to go hey, he was trying to laugh it off. I think there's some, this is not the first interaction these two have had. It doesn't feel like.
I feel like it's
there's
his
a little
nephew.
bad blood. It feels like these two don't like each other. It goes back a little bit.
Make this up? No. 5 seconds. 1 second. You don't have to go far. You're disjoined. Okay. Yeah, you're good.
You did, he said.
Okay. False alarm. No, it wasn't a false alarm. False negative. Don't joke around. I'm serious about this. It was happening. I understand. I'm just saying I can't see it, sir. We're good. Thank you. Get out of my courtroom.
Oh, judge has got more? It says judge is not done.
Oh.
Find his supervisor.
I didn't think the judge was going to curse. He said, the judge said at the end, here's what the judge said. He said, find a supervisor. And then he said, this is the second time this has happened with this BS today. And of course, he didn't say BS. He actually said the word. And so he's mad at his IT guy. And this is going viral all over the internet. People saying he was rude to him.
He was.
Which he was rude to him. But I don't know, is the judge right? If the IT guy sucks at his job, and then the judge is like, jeez, get it together, man.
The IT guy was there for 2 seconds, and it was done.
Yeah, he wasn't there for too long to make this big of a deal out of it. But
the judge is embarrassed.
Nathan Milleron.
And then I got to say, the IT guy was very quick. He was like, false negative, court term. Yeah.
And they even tried to, he tried to disarm it a little bit and do make a little joke there. Let me try to see if there's any updates about it. Did the judge get in trouble? All right, this says, get out of my courtroom. Houston judge faces scrutiny over viral courtroom clip. Critics are calling Judge Nathan Milleron Karen the judge. after his comments sparked a debate about judicial temperament and decorum. He said, thanks, get out of my courtroom, find his supervisor, and then started cursing, which obviously we had to dump on the broadcast here. But yeah, it says the IT guy was getting into it with this judge. The judge has gotten a bit of a blowback from this, but what's going to happen? This arrogant clown is Nathan Milleron of the Texas 215th District Court, and he's a douche nozzle.
I haven't used douche nozzle in a while.
Bring it back.
Way to identify yourself as a Gen Xer. All right, I know when you use words like that, I know immediately. Like, you're 48 years old, and you're a meme account, but you don't have anything new here. This is not. No young person uses that word. No young person ever. Can you imagine if this large toddler was a judge over your case? He's on YouTube. Somebody should do a compilation video of him being a douche and run it as their campaign ad. I don't know what'll happen to him. They reached out to the judge's office for comment, but he's currently in trial and unable to respond. Probably yelling at somebody else.
He probably can't respond because he doesn't know how to hit reply on that email.
True. He's a little bit incompetent.
It's a total douche nozzle.
Absolute douche nozzle. Fully. All right, I still have this story to pay off, which I think is pretty crazy, about a woman in the back of a police car, and then something unbelievable happens. I'm going to play this for you when we come back in the power hour, the final hour of the show. All Day Yucker says, yeah, Sean is young and hip with all the lingo. Thank you. I appreciate you pointing that out. You know what? You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate you pointing that out. I don't get enough credit for some of these things, but very nice of you. Salute to you for that. When we come back, we'll get to this story of a woman in the back of a police car, and she does something I would have never imagined would have happened, but you will hear it because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Not too much trouble on the major roadways. If you're just starting off your commute or going to grab a bite to eat, you're just going to get caught up in some typical delays starting to form on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road, westbound on I-4 before that Colonial Drive exit. There's also some slowdowns getting through Lake Mary, but that's about it.
Hello. Stand by.
Sponsored by Lowe's. Springfest is on at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 bags of State Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch for $10. Plus, get up to 40% off select major appliances. Valid through 4/22 while supplies.
Just finishing off today, I learned. Final song, Locked In. Let me print it. And I'll grab it during the next segment. Remind Sean of a story. What? What story? What are you talking about? Did you guys break TNJ chat with your thumbs? All right. Little secret that I told you. You guys said, somebody said, live stream the meeting that you're going to have with the suits potentially on Friday. A little secret I want to let you in on. When I'm talking about the suits, like at least 3 or 4 of them, executives high up at the very top of iHeart, at least 3 or 4 of them are regular viewers on YouTube. True story. A lot of people in radio really like the show, which I always find to be flattering. A lot of program directors, a lot of people who like talk radio, spoken word format radio, and a lot of the suits, the executives at iHeart. They, even though they've failed to put me nationwide on all their big sticks, yet they admit that they are fans of the show, and at least 3 of them watch on YouTube. They watch on YouTube. Mike says, at least the suits must like you then? Well, they like the show. But do they like what I want, and do they agree with my vision? Are they going to give me the things that I require as a broadcaster? Those are two very, very different things. But yeah, they do. They do. So I ask you a question. With that in mind, what do you have to say to the suits, as I have 90 days left in my contract? 90 days, and then sayonara. They're watching right now. Literally some of the people highest up in this company. And they're with you on the platform of YouTube. What do you have to say to that? What do you have to say to that? Because people all the time are like, here's how I feel about the suits and the corporate raiders. They are watching right now. They're probably not thrilled that I'm pointing this out, but they are watching right now. What do you have to say for those suits in the power hour? Give me your thoughts. Give me your sentence for the iHeart suits who are watching with you on YouTube right now. I'm sure they'd like to see what you have to say. Would you go back to the studio if they gave you everything else you want? No, not a shot. Not a shot.
Dollars in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-345-2789.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
As usual, some of you weirdos are going to be like, I can fix it. I can fix her. Sean, I can fix her. Something I hear far too often from some of you. Sean, I can fix her is the claim that I hear over and over and over again. When you know as well as I do, these people, these women in a lot of these stories, you should be staying away from. It's a danger to all of society. I'll give you another example of this. But this woman is pretty funny, actually. So I'm going to give her credit for that. This is an extra from Jury Duty. I think I could play this. I'm risking it. I didn't know the judge was going to curse earlier. But this is from ABC News, so I figured ABC News would probably censor it, right? Wouldn't ABC News censor?
Different day, man. I don't know.
ABC News isn't going to put a bunch of F-bombs out there. Although we do live in this day and age of people now being much more used to politicians cursing. Trump curses all the time. All the people who hate Trump curse all the time. And CNN's been cursing more. And
we'll get
all the networks, they curse a hell of a lot more than they used to. But this woman, we'll see if she curses on ABC News and their post. She's in the back of a police cruiser as somebody's filming her. And this is what you're not supposed to do. Let's watch here for those of you on YouTube. I'll put this up on See It Now during the break. All right, the window on the police cruiser, she's in the back seat. The window on the police cruiser was left halfway down-ish, maybe not quite halfway down. The window on the police cruiser where she's in the back seat of this SUV is left about halfway down, and this guy is filming her as she starts to poke the top half of her body out of the police car. She's going to try to escape through the window. She's going to try to make a run for it out the window of the police car. She got a big smile on her face.
Almost there.
But, I mean, I don't, like, first of all, if you... You said don't say yes.
Oh, okay. If
this
you're
could
in the
go
back,
so wrong.
Yeah, it's a
gonna
huge
hurt her
risk.
head.
Remember, your hands are cuffed behind your back. So envision this. You've been cuffed. You've been put in the back of the police car. The window is halfway open. You start wiggling yourself through there. You don't have anything to break your fall.
No. Is it
just,
worth it, though?
Your head is just going for the ground.
How do you expect to get back off the ground with your hands tied behind your back?
That's a roll.
You may just end up on the ground. You may just end up there. But she starts to wriggle and move, and this guy's like, I ain't telling nobody. This was in Michigan. I won't say yes. And she wiggle it out.
God, this is live.
This is live, he says.
Where are the cops?
The cop is like talking to somebody else.
Oh,
she got one leg out.
Oh, this is interesting. Oh, that was
she got another. She got out.
Wow.
she folks. She put
I'm impressed.
The front half of her body out, right, and then somehow finagled a leg out the window. Again, I'll put this up on See It Now, and then in a Cirque du Soleil, or as Courtney often says, Circus Olay. In a Circus Olay move that one has never seen before, she pops both of her legs out, hits the ground running with the cuffs behind her, and bolts out of the neighborhood.
I mean,
she has a V made of steel, because there's a moment there where it's window to her wall.
Oh, that's power. Yes. Yeah, she's got a muscle shield on top of that area of her body, I would think.
I think this is like the only way this could have gone well for her. Based on her situation, there were so many times where I thought she was just going to either face plant into the ground, or she got the one leg out, and then I was like, what is holding her top half up when the other leg comes out? Like, what is she catching on that allows her to maneuver like that and not just hit the ground with her whole body?
They're saying that deserves freedom. I don't know if it's going to work that way for her, but I'm putting this up on See It Now because obviously it's a visual. It's unbelievable, and I'll show you this on the website in the See It Now section. This is live. So she gets that first leg out. I thought she was going to go face first into the asphalt.
They don't even see.
They don't even see, he says. They don't know she's sneaking out. And then she runs.
Y'all seen it live. This is live.
It is live. And she's gone. And the cops have no clue.
Oh, that's great.
The cops are over here outside this club, wherever they are, some sort of fitness club or something.
Oh,
and they have no clue at all that this woman has completely flown the coop. Let me put it up on See It Now because you need to stop what you're doing and make your way over to the website to see this one. It's a pretty amazing visual. Did you think she was going to be able to pull it off like that?
I did not. No, that did not seem like possible.
I did not. A police car escape woman.
Do you think she's still at large?
I don't know. See if you could find about it. I said it was in Michigan, I believe.
Muskegon Heights.
Is that where it was? And she snuck out of this place. And it just, I'm almost impressed. I don't think she should not have to go to jail. I'm not that impressed. She wasn't in jail. When you're in jail first and then you get out, I think it's their responsibility to keep you in. So I sometimes think, okay, well, if they got out and you couldn't catch them, who's that on? But this woman was in the police car. She hadn't yet made it back to the prison to serve any time for whatever the hell she did. But she snuck out. Anything on that on the wires, C-Lane?
No. A short time later, while officers were searching the suspect vehicle, the female was able to squeeze through the partially open rear window.
Who is this lady?
Video showed the woman pushing herself out of the rear passenger window despite her hands being cuffed. Police tried to locate her after realizing she was gone, but she was not found. Later that day, a resident of Peck Street reported a break-in. Police believe the suspect in that incident is the same woman who ran off from the patrol vehicle.
Girl.
She was found about 9 a.m. Tuesday in a vacant home in Muskegon Heights, the police department said, and she's now in jail with charges pending.
Get out of there, too.
Wow. That is wild. Somebody said fast forward to see the cops' reaction. Was there a moment? Hang on. I don't know if did they realize at the end? Because she got pretty far. I'll fast forward. Okay, hold on. Okay, there's the cop. All right. So she runs around the corner. She's gone. According to Sealand, she must have broken into a house around there and hid out. The cops are all around the truck. The cops are now going back to their SUV. The cop looks at the person filming him. Cop looks at the window. And the cop's like, where'd my perp go? Well, I had a perp in here. You guys saw it too, right? I had a perp in the back of this car. I put it up. Go check it out. See the visual. Somebody says it's like a movie. It is like a movie. It's crazy. It is indeed BM on Twitch.
The police department would like to thank the citizen who called in and reported the female's location.
Snitch.
Not that guy behind the camera, though. Not that guy.
I saw people were like, she's a wild one. Let her go. Let her run. I could fix her.
I can't believe she broke into another house. They would have gotten away with it.
She had to go somewhere, though. That cop was pretty quick moving around the neighborhood. So she had to hide out somewhere. She hid out in the house, and I guess the cops couldn't find her.
I wonder.
They didn't notice.
I wonder how long it took her to get the handcuffs off, because that seems like, it would put up some red flags. Like if you were behind the counter at a CVS and somebody came in.
Well, speaking of that, how would you? What would you do, C-Lane?
You would have to get some sort of like a paper clip and unhook it and kind of get in there, or you just have to like
possible with cop handcuffs.
Saw it, yeah. You would need like help, I think.
I don't know. I'm going to search. Okay, because I'll ask TNJAI because I don't know if this is true. But I thought that you could just buy the keys on eBay.
Oh, like a universal key for all of them?
I thought I might be wrong, but can you buy keys online that unlock police handcuffs? Is that a possibility?
You can find generic keys for sale online, but those typically work for standard handcuff models. I'd caution, though, messing around with police equipment can get you in legal trouble. If anyone's feeling tempted, talk to a legal professional first.
Don't worry about
Mo
that.
list. Put it on the Mo list.
We got that under control.
Amazon has them.
It does?
Set of 3 universal durable pocket keychain cuff keys. Pocket universal handcuff keys, strong polymer finish. Clip for all standard size, all standard series handcuffs. Comes in a 2-pack, $15.99.
There is a stunning amount of people in chat right now that are telling us different ways that you can get these handcuffs off.
It's on my bucket list to learn how to pick locks. I mean, I don't know where it would come into play unless it was the apocalypse, but I mean, it's something useful.
Izzy on YouTube says, used to be able to walk into pawn shops and buy the keys. Now I think, like C-Lane said, I think you use Amazon.
Yeah, but if you were the owner or the operator of a pawn shop and somebody comes in handcuffs, I mean, I guess they could argue that this was some sort of sexual escapade gone wrong.
Yeah, me and my boyfriend were just screwing around, and here I am. Now I need the keys to these. I would be very, very on edge, though, if somebody pops in like that.
You can even get a 2-pack of handcuff keys with the American flag emblazoned on them.
Freedom. It's freedom.
Freedom
personified. Yeah, freedom keys for real. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Let me refresh dispatches and work one of these in. We'll see what you have for us. Here's a nurse all day with a dispatch about federal employee policies. Okay, let's hear you. Here we go.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
VA nurse here, federal employee. And yes, that is the policy. As a federal employee, we are not allowed to accept gifts, $20, greater than $20. A lot of times patients will bring us food, cupcakes, flowers, things like that instead because of the policy. But the irony of all of this that always makes me angry is that isn't that funny how the president of the United States, who's a federal employee, is allowed to accept jets from the Arabs? But that's okay.
Arabs.
But TSA, people who are literally not getting paid trying to survive, can't accept $1,000 gift card.
I mean, she's not
as
wrong.
a donation. Funny. Have a great day, y'all.
She's not wrong. And that's not the only thing nurse all day. You could just spread that out to all of Washington. All the elected officials are allowed to take a whole bunch of kickbacks or K Street money and allowed to get campaign financing and millions and millions and millions and millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in some cases. But then they're like, oh, you're a government employee on a low level? Sorry. We need to make sure nobody's selling out our country for a couple of bucks.
When we first brought that up, I was like, we were kind of thinking about it, and then Peisenberg texted me, and he's like, that was one of the first things that they said when I got the job at the post office was like, they're not kidding. Gifts over $20 for federal employees, like, it's not allowed. And I was like, I have given
gifts.
My postman a gift that's worth $20 or more than $20.
Man Kicking on Twitch says he's not a federal employee. He's an employee of the voters. I asked, is the president a federal employee? Yes, the president of the United States is considered a federal employee official for administrative, tax, and legal purposes, as they head the executive branch, receive a salary from the U.S. Treasury, and are defined as an executive branch employee in certain statutes. However, the president is not a civil service employee. It is exempt from many standard employee regulations.
So weird to think of the president as an employee of anything.
Yeah. They're really all of our employees because they're elected officials, but now it's like a blood sport, and so people just like root for the one they like.
Ask President Trump if he thinks he's anybody's employee.
You're fired.
Oh, I don't know if he'd go along with that. I don't think so.
And the whole mail-in voting thing, they're like, we thought you hate mail-in voting. Why did you do it? He's like, because I'm the president.
Here's Concrete Mike talking about the moon. Let's see what he has to say.
Happy day, news junkie crew. Man, I like space. I say we go to the moon. I say we start developing on it. I'll go up there and volunteer to go pour concrete. Get me off of this rock that I'm on. I don't want to be here no more.
No, it's not great here, but it's even worse on the moon, man. Even worse when you go up there. I'll tell you what.
We're putting Wi-Fi up.
Seychelles dispatched, but it's just going to be about Samsungs or something. Everything's about Samsungs. I hate to do it. I almost have to give him a frowny face. I'm gonna put you right on the verge because every once in a while I like to play a Seychelles dispatch. So I'm gonna keep him in the good for now, in the zone, not blackballed. But you got to step it up, Seychelles. We want some more, something different. All right. What else? Jim emails the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Jim says, hey, Sean, the Apollo astronauts actually placed reflectors on the moon during their missions that are capable of reflecting lasers back to Earth. Those reflectors are still there. I believe they are used to measure orbit and distance, but also serve as proof of the moon landings. Longtime listener, Jim. See, this is what I was kind of talking about. Like I said, there's stuff we left behind that is proof that the astronauts went to the moon once already.
Show them. Where are the reflectors?
The reflectors are right here. It says they were left from Apollo 11, 14, 15, and the Soviet Lunokhod missions. They are still used to measure the Earth-Moon distance within centimeter level precision by reflecting laser beams sent from Earth. And it just looks like a big metal thing with a reflective surface on one side. Excuse me. So there you go. It's supposed to prove the lunar landings, but these people are dumb. Don't try to convince them. When people believe in conspiracies, the first thing you have to learn is that don't try to convince them. Don't try to convince them otherwise. They're stupid and they're crazy or they want attention or whatever. But you're not going to have I've never seen anybody who is deep into a conspiracy theory where you would lay it all out for them and they go, "Oh my God, you're right. You are so right about that. I absolutely had that wrong." In fact, I remember distinctly as I was first getting into radio, as I've told you, which was around September 11th, 2001, getting into radio, of course, because it was Christopher Lane's birthday.
Said
if Christopher Dolores Lane was good enough to be born on this day, I'm good enough to start my radio career right around now. I've been an intern for a while, but I got into radio around that time. And then it was about 2 or so years later when I had just started working into part-time and weekends on the talk side on WJNO, News Talk 1290, WJNO. When I was just starting to work on that station a little tiny bit and setting some stuff on fire over there, I remember there was all of the 9/11 conspiracy theorists that started to pop up. And at the time, I go, oh, this is cool. Wired magazine, back when they weren't just a bunch of political hogwash nonsense bull hockey, when they actually were doing cool stuff. Wired magazine did a whole takedown on every single 9/11 related conspiracy.
Bull hockey.
I read that article. I read a million others like it. I watched Loose Change and all of the conspiracy-based stuff. And then I would go out and I would engage. And I would talk to people. I would have people on and interview them. I had Ron Paul on one time and put his feet to the fire on the 9/11 conspiracies when he had a huge portion of his support base that was into this. and he wouldn't go on the record saying he thought it was nonsense. I was the first person ever to get Ron Paul to say that he disagreed with the 9/11 conspiracy theorists on this little tiny show that I was doing on 1290 WJNO. And I remember talking to all these people, one after another, talking to them about all these conspiracies. At that time, I'd go, well, if I lay it out to them, if I show them, here's what happened. Oh, you believe this? Well, here's what the science says. Have you ever considered this? And then you realize very quickly, these people aren't interested in the truth. It's a quirk of their personality. In some cases, it's a mental illness to be into all these things, or a symptom of a mental illness that they're into all these conspiracies.
I think these days it's on purpose, some of them.
And sometimes it is. Sometimes it's like, if you are very political, if you're a political person, and something doesn't work out well with what your political party has or your team or your view of the world, then conspiracy theory, here we go. This is what really happened, when something is just too bad for you to deal with. It's gross. I see this with so many things. I saw this with the October 7th attacks in Israel, and people who hate Israel, or just hate Jews in general or whatever, who would excuse all of these things when you could watch a library of content of what happened on that day, and just the barbarism, the animality on display. And then people afterwards would be like, nah, it's all fake. It was all fake. So that's the life lesson. You're not going to, what was your radio name? Sean Wasson. It's just me. It was me. It was the news junkie at that point in time, all the way back then. It's a lesson to me that you're not going to talk these people out of this. It's not going to happen. When we come back, we'll get to some women in big trouble in Miami. What did they do? You're going to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
No bots, no scripts, no, I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question. Just actual flawed people. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
Look out for an accident off to the shoulder, I-4 westbound near Cali Avenue. The Greenway northbound before Dowden Road. The left shoulder is blocked due to a crash there. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency crews on the roadways. You won't be running into too much trouble affecting your ride.
Stand by, everybody.
This report is sponsored by Terminix. Termite alert. It is termite season in Florida, and swarms have been identified in your area. Termites can attack your home or business and cause costly damage. Don't live with the termite problem. Before you see termites this swarm season, Terminix it. Schedule a free inspection at Terminix.com.
Hello, everybody. How we doing? Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Streaming now on Hulu. Taylor Swift's first awards show appearance this year.
Taylor Swift is there? Miley Cyrus takes home the Innovator Award.
Just getting the audio for today. I learned the Power Hour rolls on. How you doing, everybody? Twitch, who are you going to raid after the show?
Our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Now streaming on Hulu. Can you believe it's spring already? Embrace the season of renewal with a free heart scan. Listen, a lot of us will be moving.
Gotta cue these suckers up. The next break.
The thing is, a lot of our listeners had no idea
All right.
they have blockage in their heart. That's a good way to get a heart attack, man. Why don't you go get it checked? It's free. I've done it, and I have peace of mind. I know my heart is good. Believe it or not, it is. You should go and get it checked as well. It's free. Pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250.
Question for you, chat.
It's a $699 value. There's only a few minimum requirements, and it's definitely worth doing. Protect yourself from possibly having a heart attack, and ask about the cancer screening.
Here we go.
That's super important to me. When my sister went, it was stage 4 cancer. It was too late, and I promised her I would get as many people as possible to get that cancer screening.
Here we go. Question for you. How many of you, YouTube, Twitch, TNJ chat? Sean, your chat video is broke? You mean the overlay on the screen? I'm going to have to refresh that. I'll get to the question in a second. Hang on. I can do this. Hang on. Stand by. I did see it looked like it was broken. Okay. All right, I refreshed it. Let me know if that fixed it. When chat comes back up, TNJ chat comes back up, let me know if that fixed it. Oh, Clitty Clitty Bang Bang has arrived in TNJ chat. And a pink username. What a perfect identity for you. Okay, how many of you in chat, show of hands, Twitch and YouTube, how many of you are watching the new breakout show, Something Very Bad is Going to Happen? How many people are watching Something Very Bad is Going to Happen? Anybody? Anybody yet? Anybody got this on their radar? Tracy says never heard of it. Don't even know what it's about. Isn't that real life? Nope. Man, nobody's on this yet. You guys, you gotta get on board with this. Something Very Bad is Going to Happen is the first thriller, horror-esque, sort of in that category, horror thriller series I've seen in a while that has really drawn me in. It is from the jump, boom, right into storytelling done very, 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 very well. You are not sitting there waiting for a plot point to get you somewhere. They get right to it. And the storytelling keeps you on the edge of your seat pretty much the whole time. It is good. I like it. I saw it, but I haven't watched it yet. I would give it a shot if you want a show that's it's moving. The story is good. It's very interesting. It's got scary parts for sure. I think we have 2 left. So I don't know how it ends, and maybe it sucks when it ends. But Something Very Bad is going to happen. The pacing is brilliant. It's probably the type of pacing I would use if I was in charge of a show. Like, let's go. Let's start and let's move and let's tell you about these characters and let's give you some drama and let's keep you on the edge of your seat. Let's make it good. Make it good. Oh, you guys got to watch it. What show are we talking about? Something Very Bad is Going to Happen. I think it needs a little more time to get some air, and then people will start talking about it. It's new, I believe. Let me just double check. Something Very Bad is going to happen. 2026, Netflix, American Horror miniseries. The premise: Rachel and Nikki are engaged to be married in a week. Before they can tie the knot, though, something very bad happens to get in the way. Something very bad is going to happen. Get on it. I started Sentimental Value on Hulu halfway through Begonia. Begonia's fun. It's interesting. That sounds like Sean in 90 days. Something very bad is going to happen. True. True. All right, let's come back. The Power Hour rolls on. What other shows have a ladder in their studio? You know what I mean? Other shows got that for you? Here we go.
Who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like classic hard rock. Essential classic rock that was truly hard and heavy. AC/DC, Metallica, Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search classic hard rock. And make it a preset now.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Drop Slinger gets me every time. Every time. The play mode is my Achilles heel, C-Lane. I'll edit something.
Sounds like
and
the
I'll
other
forget
mode
it.
is your Achilles heel.
Yeah, the play mode not being on is my Achilles heel. But there we are. We're back. We're back. We're back on the show. I wanted to tell you guys about this show. Every once in a while, Courtney will find a new program, and I'll say, I'm so surprised that no one is buzzing about this. Like, I can see when a show is getting a lot of buzz. I know when a show is lifting off. I know when a show is making a good decision or a bad decision. I keep an eye on all of these things, watching all of these news sources every single day. But the fact is, I haven't heard barely anybody talking about this show. They dropped it on Netflix. Courtney goes, hey, we got to watch Something Very Bad is going to happen. And I said, what? I was like, what is this? And the byline on this, or the couple of lines on this, hold on, Something Very Bad is going to happen.
It started making a buzz, but it was not released in the U.S. yet, which led me to believe it was probably in UK or Australia.
No, it's in America. Yeah,
I remember someone telling or seeing a TikTok about it, but as soon as I looked it up, obviously nowhere to be found.
It just came out. It just came out on March 26th, so 5 days ago. The premise of this show on Netflix, Something Very Bad is going to happen, is Rachel and Nikki are engaged to be married in a week. Before they can tie the knot, though, something very bad happens to get in the way. I have not seen a show done like this in a while. The Haley Z. Boston, the creator and showrunner of this. I'm not sure who you are. If you don't even have a Wikipedia entry, for God's sake. The Duffer Brothers are involved too. The Duffer Brothers is Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So those guys are involved in this project as well. I don't know who Haley Z. Boston is, but some of the folks involved in this, very, very smart creators. Very smart creators. If I made a show, I think I would do pacing like this. The show doesn't dilly-dally. I'm so tired of the dilly-dallying, all right? I didn't think I was going to say that today, but I'm so tired of the dilly-dallying. There was some movie that Courtney wanted to watch, go into somebody's taco stand or something, some movie that Courtney wanted to watch. And we put it on, and we're like 25 minutes in this movie with Simon Rex. C-Lane, look up Simon Rex and tell me what the taco movie is. People are buzzing about this, and I go, all right, I'll watch the taco movie. Courtney wants to watch the taco movie. And we're like 25 minutes in, and she goes, what do you think about this? And I said, it's boring the hell out. They won't get to the point of this movie, for God's sake.
Operation Taco Gary's?
Operation Taco Gary's has been getting some buzz. It's been getting very high ratings. People have been talking about it a little bit in certain spaces where they talk about movies. Boring, right? Didn't get to it. Something very bad is going to happen on Netflix. It's moving, baby.
Fantastic.
It's moving along, and all the actors are really good. And
the main girl is fantastic, and I guess she's Leo DiCaprio's ex.
No, really?
Yeah,
this
but
Camilla
from years
Morone?
ago. And but I love like the way that they film it. It's just so point of view and not well, I do love like haunted and horror shows like Haunting of Hill House. But this one makes it feel like you're in it. And then also, just when you think it's that creepy person, it's another twist and another twist.
They got twists and turns. It's moving fast. Like it really, really kicks along. I didn't know about the woman who's the actress in this. The show I'm talking about that I think is going to get big once more eyeballs fall on it is called Something Very Bad is going to happen. The woman, Camilla Morone, who's the lead actress that Sabrina's talking about, she was born in Los Angeles, California, to Argentine actors Maximo Morone and Lucilla Polak. They moved to Los Angeles before Moreau's birth and divorce in 2006. Camilla's mother dated actor Al Pacino for 10 years, and she still considers him her stepfather. I didn't know that piece.
Interesting.
Yeah. She considers Al Pacino her stepfather, so that might not have hurt along the way. But if you like those kind of things, I really have the dilly-dallying is done with, Missy. All right, Missy on TNJ Chat. The dilly-dallying is over. Get into it. Get into the writing. Tell me what's going on. Give me some characters. Show me some range. No, not yet. We got 2 left. Okay. So it could the ending could suck, and then maybe I come back and I'm like, the ending was stupid. But so far, it's been a little while since I had a fun time watching a show.
And I mean, a lot of familiar faces. The husband, Nikki, or the husband-to-be, is the one from White Lotus.
Yeah.
And
He's good too.
The mom is from all those like Haunting of Hill House or that like one series where it's the same.
Talking about Jennifer Jason Leigh?
Yep.
The
I
one-
don't know. I have to
from
Google
Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Sure, yeah. Jennifer Jason Leigh.
The one from White Lotus is from season 2 of White Lotus.
No,
That's the male who's like the love interest in this show. I think it's got way more potential than even White Lotus or any of that. But again, the ending could suck. I just love something that keeps twisting and turning. And I'll say it again, no dilly-dallying, all right? I don't want the dilly-dallying. Get down to it. So check that out and report back.
I don't remember what, I tried to text Ashley to see if she would see it in time, but what show we watched recently. And I know that we talked about it on the show here where it was like, Ashley didn't want to watch something because she didn't like how slow it was going. And she's like, let's pick this show. And it was fast as hell and action-packed. And I was like, oh, well, I really lost that one.
You felt like in the battle of the whose pick was better, you really came out.
Well, no, because I think the one I wanted to watch that she didn't like the pacing of, or whatever reason she's not interested anymore, is one of those shows that everybody likes right now. It's the one with the Incredible Hulk, where he's the FBI guy.
Lou Ferrigno?
No, not that Incredible Hulk.
Oh,
the really political one.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo, that show.
Yeah.
Task,
yeah.
Task is fantastic.
Still haven't finished Task. Haven't finished the, I call it the Claire Danes show.
My So-Called Life?
No.
All my guesses are going to be really old.
Now,
today.
did you watch Paradise?
We have started watching the Steve Carell show.
Oh, I love Rooster. Rooster's fantastic.
I only
Let me tell you
didn't say
something.
Rooster so that Sean could guess The Office or something stupid like that.
I'm not going to watch this show. I have seen Steve Carell die too many times, and it upsets me.
He doesn't die in this.
He dies in everything he's in, okay?
I'm caught up, and so far he's not died.
Every movie he's in. You know that last one he did? Spoiler alert crazy here, folks. He's in that movie where everybody's like figuring out their 40s, and he's dating that younger girl, and
he does die
oh,
in that.
man, like his character seems interesting, and where's the character development? Oh, my God, he's dead! And
Honestly, you're
all of
onto
the
something
stories.
here. Spoiler alert. The Good Morning.
Morning show?
Yeah. Morning show. Dead. Rip Steve Carell. Dead.
Weird psychological thriller.
Dead.
He's the therapist. Yeah, dead.
Dead. Spoiler alert
Rooster,
crazy here.
he has not died yet, and it's very funny.
As we approached watching Rooster, I said to my wife, I go, if he dies in this, Sean's going to lose it. Sean's going
He's
to...
so great in this. It's very...
Sean's going to be so annoying if he dies in this.
True. Probably going to be annoying either way, but it'll give me more of an option to. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like Steve Carell has a deal through his agent where he goes, sure, I'll do another television show, and I'll give you 1 to 2 seasons tops, and then I want my character killed off. I want my character killed off. Not yet. You don't know. He will not last 2 seasons because Steve Carell does not want to work on one of these shows like he did for as long as he did on The Office.
Maybe he'll play an angel next one.
He wants to poke in and out, and then bam! They'll just I can't watch the guy die anymore.
Rooster has been pretty damn funny.
I
Pretty
love it.
funny.
No,
It reminds me of his Office character.
We're swimming in a sea of great content, and people still complain about everything. People
Also,
complain.
there's so much death, and something very bad is going to happen. You're fine with that, as long as it's
I
not
don't
Steve
care
Carell?
about any of these people. I don't even know them. Steve Carell, I don't want to see him die anymore. I don't want to see him die anymore. I can't take it. It's been sad. Bruce Dead Almighty. I don't know if he died in that one, did he? Dinner for Dead Schmucks. You're just renaming all the movies that he was in? Dead Van Almighty? Okay, all right. Quick break. When we come back, we will get to this. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. It's smart, it's stupid, and slightly unhinged. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for our Tuesday, we are going to be expecting another warm, but overall fairly seasonable day. Temperatures will be approaching the mid-80s with a high of around 83 degrees today in Orlando. We'll see a mix of sunshine and clouds and even a couple of spotty showers, but overall, these will be very sparse, light, and isolated. Only a 20% chance of rain is expected. We'll be seeing about a 10 to 20% chance of rain as well tomorrow, with temperatures warming into the mid and upper 80s by the end of the week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by NobleGoldInvestments.com. Ready or not, retirement is coming. If your portfolio isn't built for market ups and downs, Noble Gold Investments can help. Learn how easy it is to protect your savings with physical gold and silver. Get your free wealth protection kit at NobleGoldInvestments.com. That's NobleGoldInvestments.com.
Something very bad is going to happen to your air conditioner one day, and you're going to need somebody to have your back, somebody to fight for you, and somebody to not rip you off. That somebody is Mills Air. They do not dilly-dally. They get right down to business, and they start helping you out, and they start saving you money on your power bill, because your AC is probably not as efficient as it should be. You got those big spikes in your electric bill? Well, have somebody come out from Mills Air, do some preventative maintenance to look at your system. Zero dilly-dallying allowed with the Mills Air techs. They're the best of the best. They're respectful in your home. They will treat you right, and they will obviously, as you hear me say all the time, take care of you. And they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer. So the best of the best at Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159. That's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Orlando, the storm has arrived, and now it's time to turn up the intensity. This Saturday, April 4th at 8 p.m., your Orlando Storm are back at Inter & Co Stadium for Game 2, and the energy is only getting stronger. Get your tickets now at uflstorm.com and be there when the storm strikes again.
Want to make the most of your tax refund? File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. With a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Tired of staring at your cold swimming pool? With Solar Source, you can...
Hello. Did I fix the chat overlay for TNJ chat? Hang on. While I look for that, you do me a favor. Rate the show. Rate the show today. 10 out of 10. Over to the Hall of Fame. No notes. It's just a freaking winner, man. It's just a winner, man. It's great broadcasting. 10 out of 10. Loserville is over there. That's where I put the shows that are 1 out of 10. Now is the time for you to rate it. Let me know what you think. 9 out of 10 movies that Steve Carell dies in. True. All right, there. There. Okay, good. I fixed it. I fixed TNJ chat. 10 dilly-dallies out of 10. All right, that's good. 10 out of 10 I Heart Douche Nozzles. Let's see. Dilly, dally. 10 Lurking Suits. This is starting to sound like the days of Christmas. 10 Lurking Suits. 9 HR reps. 8 assholes. 3 douche nozzles. Well, I skipped. 7 douche nozzles. 10 out of 10 police car escapes. 10 out of 10 thumbs up, likes in the TNJ chat. 9.2 weenie space rides. I gotta go get Today I Learned. I will be back in one momento. Today I learned. Chatter of the day. They said he couldn't do it. They said he shouldn't do it. I can't write his name on the trophy. Funky Fresh over on TNJ Chat. You're the chatter of the day. I'm not going to lie. I ran out of time to really pick one. So, default to Funky Fresh. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't miss any of the shows this week. Stay gold.
But I disagree with you guys.
It's the fastest way to get your voice on the air. Say it, send it, and hear it on the iHeartRadio app.
This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver and your Fresh from Florida farmer. As America marks 250 years, we celebrate the dedication of Florida's farmers. Their hard work ensures that every bite is harvested at its very best. Fresh from Florida. Trust is grown here.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
Break the cut or make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Share the Show Tuesday. All of that momentarily here on the show. Thanks for hanging out with us today. It's been an absolute blast having you around. And honestly, we couldn't do it without you. Every time they bring the ratings over on this show, and they show us just how much of a force the News Junkie is and how many of you bother to listen to the sound of my voice each and every day, it reminds me these are the reasons why I wake up and I work on things and I put all the stories together. Bless your souls for hanging out with us when there's so much content out there. It's just a sea. It's a sea of love and a sea of content out there. My God. All right, let's do the final dispatches. Here we go.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play.
You don't know me. You don't know me. See what we got here in the final dispatches. I'll go over to the newsjunkie.com and refresh for the latest. And let's get to a couple on our way out at least. I'm going to do this one. Here's Big Bad Beard talking about space.
Okay, guys. Now, you can boo me. Boo this man.
Boo!
Okay, here we go. Boo myself. All right, so you say trust the astronauts. Buzz Aldrin himself is on video admitting they did not go to the moon. And even when a little child asked him, he said, it didn't happen. We didn't go. It can't happen. And then they have video, once again, of interviews with people from NASA saying, oh, we can't go to space or we can't go to the moon because we can't get past the Van Allen belt of radiation.
This is another one of those things that happens in every conspiracy. It's the nut picking side of conspiracies. So they'll say Buzz Aldrin said we didn't go to the moon, we can't go to the moon, which I don't even think is true. But Celine, look up Buzz Aldrin tells a little kid that they didn't go to the moon. See if you find something. What happens in all these cases is there could be 956 comments in a stack from NASA, and it's like we went to the moon. Here's all the reasons we went to the moon. And then there's like one out of context quote, and it's like, go to the moon? We won't be able to do that. It's out there in the radiation Van Allen belt. And still take that one little thing and they'll nut pick it, the crazy statement, and that becomes the representative thing. And they're like, you see, we never went to the moon. It's just a little trick that happens with all of these conspiracies.
Claims that Aldrin admitted the landing was fake often rely on a 2015 interview where his comments were intentionally edited to appear as a confession.
I mean, buddy, why didn't you look that up before sending the dispatch?
No, because they don't look things up. And then they gish gallop. It's another thing. When you find somebody who believes in a bunch of dumb stuff, whoever they are, usually very political people are terrible at this, and you'll go, what is it that's got you upset? And they tell you the thing of the moment. This thing has got me so upset. And then you can talk to them about it for a second and rationalize, and then they'll go, well, yeah, maybe that's not real. But you know what? This thing has got me so... And it'll be another thing. And so if you say, well, that was fake, it was out of context, he didn't really say that to that little girl, they'd go, well, maybe that's not real, but I'll tell you what is real. This thing over here that proves the moon landing was fake. And you just jump from one little fake thing to monkey branch kind of style, from one to the next, just like that. That'll have to do it. Believe it or not, that's going to be the final dispatch today. Let me pay this tease off. 3 women were arrested at Miami International Airport on Sunday. Why? They were accused of not paying for a second carry-on bag and refusing to leave a plane they boarded, according to authorities. That was unbelievable and unacceptable.
And that's what you were looking for?
What was the other thing?
A YouTube video that was playing.
Just some lady like, what did she say? Oh, the first word was, yeah, it's very distracting. Nafisa Dockery, 30, and Dion Jonna Cochran, 21, and Devonna Cochran were charged with trespassing. They tried to sneak an extra bag on a Frontier flight. This reminds me of the lady. Did you see the lady who tried to sneak the cat on as a hat? Can I see this?
It was fantastic.
Okay,
The cat didn't move.
Yeah, it didn't. The cat didn't move, actually. Here it is.
My eyeballs would be scratched out if I tried that with Selena or Luna.
This says it's a man.
I believe
in the
it is a
video.
man.
Okay, some dude wandering around.
Is that?
And he's wearing the cat as a literal hat in the airport. And they said to sneak it on. I mean,
Cat is a hat. I don't know. Did he really
What's wrong with
sneak
this
it
cat?
on? It's very clear that's a live cat on his head. But an awesome cat.
I'll tell you, I saw something 2 days ago that I've never seen before. Walking around the neighborhood, there was a woman walking her dog, and she acted like she was very, very scared of Lady when we were going to walk by. And I go, what's this lady's problem? The lady's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. And then we go around this bush, and I go, oh, this lady is going on a walk with her dog and her cat. And her cat follows her around.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
She goes through the whole area.
Fantastic lady.
It's so freaking adorable. It's this big ass cat, and the cat's kind of, I don't give an F about anything.
Well.
And I was like, what is this lady being sensitive for? No, she goes on a walk with her cat and her dog. It was amazing. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Tuesday, March 31st, 2026. Here goes nothing. Today I learned this gentleman right here.
Michael Jackson.
That's right, Michael Jackson indeed. Michael Jackson donated an estimated $500 million to charity over the years. The exact amount is not known, as he often gave anonymously and without fanfare, from benefit concerts and donated items to charity auctions and the We Are the World proceeds. It's estimated that Michael Jackson donated about $500 million to charity over his lifetime. And finally,
still doesn't erase all that other stuff.
This guy right here, true.
Charlie Daniels.
That's right. Charlie Daniels is correct. Charlie Daniels objected to the use of The Devil Went Down to Georgia in Guitar Hero 3. Why? Because it was possible for the player to lose, which perverted the song about beating the devil in the song. So he didn't want it to be in Guitar Hero 3.
The character in the song loses.
He didn't care about that, C-Lane. He's a principled man.
He's a hologram.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast of the news.